So there's nothing's going to hold us back, including we're going to be introducing the audience to one of our brand new presenters, Becky. She's excited. She is excited. She's going to join you from 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. and she's going to be over with you, Sarah, while we look at your first kit of the day.
I know. And
I've seen some exciting things with your kit, such as a bit of suede tash.
I've taken a twist.
A little twist on the soutache technique.
Yes, indeed.
Looks pretty cool. So yes, I'll still be relying on your expertise for the first hour, but then Becky will come and join you and we'll see your designs. Is that okay?
That's absolutely fine.
There we go. Have we set you a challenge already?
You have. I managed to sneak my challenge
The
earlier.
producer is aggressively saying in my ear that while she was producing the masterclass, you snuck in here, got your challenge and made a start.
I haven't made a lot. I've made a Kumihimo braid, that's all.
You've managed to do that without the help of your son this time.
I know.
He loves a bit of Kumihimo, doesn't he? He
does. He keeps stopping me at the moment because I'm working really hard on a project with lots of Kumihimo, and he keeps stopping me saying, can you teach me that one?
Can I show you? Oh, there you go. How old's your son again? You have told me this.
He's 9 now.
He's 9,
but
and he's already a talented jewellery designer.
He's been making jewellery since he was 6. Since I started with Jewellery Maker, he's really loves it.
That just goes to show how encompassing the hobby is.
It is.
All ages, all skill levels, anybody can get involved.
Indeed.
Cool. Well, without further ado, we are going to give you all an opportunity to get involved. The producers set me quite a challenge for the opening hour. Over 30 auctions in 1 hour, and I've already wasted 5 minutes of it gabbing on. But before I do my 5 o'clock flyer, and just to get myself in a little bit of trouble with my producer, she's saying this sounds risky. Basically, on Saturday, we were in such a rush to fit everything in that I didn't give you my pointless fact of the day. Look at Ben, he's distraught about that. Look at him, he's hanging his head with upset. Here comes your pointless fact, and it is that the number 4 is the only number that contains the same number of letters as its value. F-O-U-R, 4. Yeah, and I think the most impressive thing about that is that I've managed to say the word value with a V at the start of it. Because don't forget, on the Late Show, if you buy bigger bundles, you get better value. There's a lot of booing coming from the gallery. So, it's probably time I offered you your 5 o'clock flyer, although it's your 5 past 5 flyer now. And it is the last limited availability of the Wags Wicco. This is a tool we launched, I believe, on Saturday. The reason I know the reason I know for a fact it was launched over the weekend is because when the producers arrived on Monday or Tuesday, they were seriously unimpressed that they hadn't been given the opportunity to launch it. Anybody who doesn't know, I have like a dual capacity here at the moment, presenting and sales managing, although some people would question that. But I have been dealing with the producers and they were not impressed that they didn't get the opportunity to bring this to you. The weekend producer was happy because it flew out the door, and that's why we have very limited availability now on this. People are already dialing up. This Wags Wicco is such a versatile tool, so useful, allows you to create cone shapes from your wire. That sounds like, okay, some cone shapes. There is so much scope for including these cone shapes into your design. You could use them as bails for holding gemstones. What else would you use it for, Sarah?
I've been using this a lot with my Kumihimo. It makes beautiful ends to hide the way you tie the threads together.
So improve the finish.
It does. It makes a beautiful covering, and it doesn't matter how big the threads you're using are, because you can make a cone just halfway down or all the way down to the bottom of the tool, and you can choose exactly how big you want the bottom of the coil to be.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're great for putting on top of big gemstones to make earrings.
Yes.
They look fabulous, or using them as space beads.
There you go, you see? So as I said, lots of scope for incorporating these wire cones into your designs. The code you need is QBWG27. There's already a queue on the phone lines. I've got a funny feeling we might sell the last of stock of these out this evening. QBWG27 is the code you need. We are in limited availability, I'm afraid. Here comes your prize for your 5 past 5 flyer. $7.95. These are the last of stock. If you do want to get involved this evening, don't forget, here at Jewellery Maker, we do offer you a free phone number. 0800 644 655. So you've got no excuse for not getting involved as soon as you see something that you're interested in. Put yourself at the front of the queue to avoid disappointment. On top of that, we're only going to charge you 1 P&P per day of £2.95. So if you've already got an order that you've opened this morning with us, then there's absolutely no risk. Just add as many things to that order as you want, and you will only pay 1 P&P. So there is some availability still available. If you're in the queue, do not panic. Stay where you are, although they are also being confirmed as buy nows on the website. So if you do want to get involved with this, make sure you're either dialing now or clicking to buy now. So don't panic if you're in a queue. The call centre are working towards your call now. Now, before we go on and off, and I try to get through these 30 auctions, quite a challenge. Also got to give you a heads up of what's coming up in just 20 minutes time. 300 pieces. They're trying to get away from me already. There we go. I'll just just a slight tilt and see if we can get a shot. There we go. Over 300 pieces of sterling silver, 95 sterling silver, everything you need for finishing off those bespoke commissions, or for your sellable pieces at your Christmas craft fairs coming up. You need to stock up on your essential findings, and you need them in 925 sterling silver. This, there you go, everything you're going to get, and this is going to be an incredible saving, because if you were to buy all of those separately, you'd be paying over £60. Tonight, you're going to pay around about half that. Am I correct in saying? Around about half. Might even be better than half. We'll see what we can do. We'll get it as low as possible. Okay, so we are not mucking around tonight. We are going to blitz through the opportunities, and as I say in the opening hour, this is what the Late Show's all about. Your last of stock opportunities, and you have to act quickly. If you don't, you're going to miss out. So it's miss it, miss out. Clues in the title, and we're starting with this beautiful strand of faceted rondelles of labradorite. So gems of distinction strand, and when you see the quality of the labradorescence on this gemstone, you are going to be taken aback. Look at that. Sometimes the studio lights don't do our gemstones a lot of favours, but on this occasion, they're not even having an effect. You can see the incredible labradorescence. Look at that gemstone, for example. You get over 90 carats of labradorite on this strand, and as I say, it's very, very low in stock all hour. I've got a lot to get through. The code you need is NCJG82, and here comes your incredible price. Just $12.95 this evening for the last in stock. There are actually single figures availability on this strand. Don't forget, labradorite was voted our viewers' most popular gemstone of the year in 2012. When you're actually looking at these strands on the website, it won't tell you how many are left in stock, but I am telling you, very, very low in stock. So if you do want to make this yours, if you want to add this to your collection, add it to your order now, then make sure you're clicking to buy now. We're going to have to leave that one with you and move right along. Here we go. Wow, multicoloured crackled quartz. Now the beauty of this is the range of colours you're getting here. You've got the faceting, that's sorted. Faceted rounds, 8mm, very easy to incorporate into designs, but check out the vibrancy of these colours. Absolutely incredible. You've got, look at this marmalade tone here. Then you've got this beautiful feminine pink. You've got this lime green. I mean, this deep red colour combined with this green, perfect for festive designs if you are starting to think about your Christmas designs. But then you've got this sky blue here. In fact, if you were tuning in to the masterclass this afternoon and you saw the way that we were incorporating colours with the sari silks and the shrink plastic, this strand would be fantastic to add to your order as part of that design. But again, it's a low stock opportunity. The code you need is DCGP44. 150 carats of multicoloured crackled quartz. let's get the price in for you because people are already buying this for just $7.95. I mean, look at the incredible colours you're getting there. And then thanks to the faceting, they're giving it a whole different dimension because you've got that amazing sparkle. So you've got the vibrancy of the colours, but the elegance of the sparkle. Perfect. For just $7.95, 8mm faceted rounds of your multi-coloured crackled quartz. Pithy name as usual from Jewellery Maker there. 150 carats for $7.95. We're going to leave that one with you. People are flying in on the phone lines. Congratulations if you've added that to your order. Ooh, very, very deep shade of amethyst here. Not entirely sure what the location is for this, but when you see the regality of the pearl, sorry, I just got a little bit drawn in there by the gemstone. Again, faceted round, so you've got that sparkle, but again, it's the colour that's doing it for me. If you love that traditional amethyst tone of deep purple, then this is the strand for you. And when you see the price, you're going to be knocked off your feet. The code you need is FAGP18 for 80 carats of amethyst, faceted rounds of 6mm. Absolutely awesome. I know how popular amethyst is with our audience. Such a traditional gemstone. And here comes your price, just $7.95. I would advise you to go and price compare our gemstones, our strands, with anywhere else you think can compete with our pricing. And when I talk about value, I don't mean try and find it cheaper. I mean try and find amethyst of this quality for that price. Because if you can get 80 carats of amethyst, this quality, the quality of the cut, the faceting and the colour for $7.95, I will be more than impressed. In fact, I don't believe it exists. I'm moving on from that one. Congratulations to the last 7 people who managed to add that to their order. Another Gems of Distinction strand, graduated faceted drops of aquamarine. Look at the colour that you're getting here. It's a beautiful pale sky blue. Absolutely incredible. You can see the beautiful clarity of the gemstone, but then you've got this underlying sky blue tone. Absolutely perfect, especially from the winter season that's coming up. And again, in this top drilled drop, we talk a lot about how popular this cut is. So easy to work with, so easy to create sets of gemstone jewellery because the drops lend themselves to earrings and pendants so perfectly. So here we go, we've got 70 carats of aquamarine, graduated in size from 7x5mm to 12x9mm. I believe it's a Gems of Distinction strand. Here comes your price, it's very low in stock, just $12.95. This is one of the premier stones of the beryl family. It's keeping good company. It's hanging out with the likes of morganite, emerald, heliodor, goshenite. Wow. DCGK32, a Gems of Distinction strand, all cut and faceted for just $12.95. As you can see, very, very low in stock. The last few of you coming through now, congratulations. That one's going to be just whipped out a shot there just to annoy the director. That's what that one's going to be. Here we go. Woo! From small, delicate aquamarines to huge nuggets of citrine. And these are huge. This is the gemstone of happiness, and we don't see enough of it. You can never see enough of the gemstone of happiness. I mean, that just makes you feel sunny inside. It's a warming strand, perfect for your autumn designs perhaps. In fact, if you do work more with your sort of muted tones at this time of year, maybe your earthier colours, your browns, your orange colours, this would be a perfect gemstone to actually use alongside those colours, because you're going to get that pop of colour, sort of like, you know, sunrise on an autumn morning. Here we go, 250 carats of citrine, huge nuggets ranging in size from 7x6 to 17x9. They've got that organic feel that you want when you're working with nuggets. The code you need is EHGP80, but it is a low stock opportunity at $6.45. how to upset Mark Smith in one easy step. Take a strand of nuggets of this quality to £6.45. We have got 10 opportunities left now. GP80. This just goes to show how busy we are this evening and the urgency with which you need to act. These are last of stock opportunities. That's our job here on the Late Show, to show you the last of stock opportunities, to clear them out so we can get new exciting products booked into our warehouse. We're going to leave that one with you, as that one's now sold out, and we're going to go on to another strand that, if you did invest in the shrink plastic masterclass this afternoon, you have to buy these, because if you're creating, well, to be honest, if you're creating any asymmetrical necklace and you need some feature gemstones for it, poppy agate, rectangles, but the important thing here is the size of these gemstones. 50 by 26 millimeters. You're getting over 600 carats. Check out the color, check out the size. Absolutely humongous. 50 by 26 millimeters. They are crying out for you to invest now. You could wire wrap one of these and it would become a feature pendant. You only need one of these in a design for it to make a huge impact on the look you've created. You've got this beautiful apatite blue colour here moving down. You've got this almost fiery amber colour. Then you've got this feminine fuchsia colour. You've got that beautiful amethyst purple there. Let's see how many you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces here. That's like 8 pendants, effectively. The code you need is ORPO50, 600 carats of poppy agate for £8.45. That's £1.05 per gemstone. Are you worried, Rachel Riley? Did you see how quickly I did that? I was even incorrect. I actually overestimated for you guys. Just over £1 for each gemstone, and when you see the colour and the size of these, you are going to be taken aback. Look at the size of those. The colours are absolutely exquisite. We're going to have to leave those on with you because there are people queuing on the phone lines. Congratulations if you've added those to your order. Wow. Are you sure we're allowed to do this on the Late Show? This is some of the finest quality of sapphire I have ever seen on the channel. I was actually here on the day these were launched. They didn't let the likes of me launch them. They were reserved for the free view audience in the morning. Check out the quality of this yellow sapphire. Absolutely exquisite. There you go. Presenter Becky. She'll be joining us at 6 p.m. and she is aghast in the gallery at the quality of the gemstone. Maybe she's actually heard the price from the producer, because I just have. This is a collector's choice strand. These are absolutely exquisite. When you consider what you're getting here, these are one of the big four. Now, if you don't know what the traditional big four is, that's what we're here for, the Genuine Gemstone Company. We're here to educate you about gemstones, about techniques with jewellery making, and I can tell you the big four consists of diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and of course sapphires, coveted for thousands of years now. Now we've got very, very limited stock. These were virtually sold out on launch. We have single figures of availability before we even start, and here comes the price straight in because there's people on the lines. $29.95 for some of the finest quality sapphire I've ever seen on the channel. It looks like a yellow diamond almost. Absolutely taken aback with that, because the rondelles are so dainty. 2 by 1 mil up to 3 by 2 mil. Can you imagine the work it's taken for a lapidarist to not only cut them to this size, but to micro facet each and every gemstone? They are seriously sparkly gemstones. when I'm looking down at it now, I can see the refraction I'm getting, the sparkle you're going to achieve, and how you're going to be so sparing with these sapphires within your designs, and you're still going to get that high-end effect. We're going to have to leave those ones with you as they are now sold out. Congratulations if you've added those to your collection. So, ooh, number 9, rose quartz. Now, I am going to love the name on these. I could tell when I picked it up I was going to love the name on them because it's going to be lengthy, because they've got virtually everything going for them. Over 500 carats is the first thing I need to tell you of rose quartz, one of our most feminine and popular gemstones. But then when you consider that they are top drilled, faceted, twisted, puffy ovals, easy for me to say. So, let's have a look. First of all, you've got these top drilled drops. One of our most popular shapes of gemstone currently. As I said, very easy to see how you'd incorporate these into designs. Then, can you see, as I move that, you can see on the surface of the gemstone, they've got a checkerboard faceting virtually. Very uniform faceting on the surface of the gemstone itself. On top of that, they also have this twist cut within them. I don't know if I'm displaying it. Oh, wow. It's got a little play of almost pleochromosm in there. I know that's not traditionally seen in this gemstone, but it just looks like that. I've got this little lime green spark. I don't know we're picking it up, so I'll stop going on about it. When you get them home, you might be able to spot that for yourself. But can you see the way these have been cut with this twist within the gemstone? Absolutely spectacular. And they're going to sit on the décolletage with a little bit of angulation, or even from your ears if you prefer a feature bead as an earring. Then you're going to get that bit of movement, which is not only going to bring out the sparkle from the faceting on the surface, but also it's just going to give you, it's going to draw people's attention to you, and that's what you want when you're wearing genuine gemstone jewellery. Okay, so the code you need if you want to add over 500 carats of rose quartz to your order tonight is GGGP20, and is that correct? Have you seen the carat weight? That's what we're all about here on The Late Show, offering you amazing prices. $8.45 for this rose quartz. Good find, Deanna. It would have been available at that on our website. It's just that we don't obviously go through each and every strand on a daily basis as producers and presenters. So sometimes when you've got a lot of experience with selling gemstones, you're a bit taken aback when you see over 500 carats of rose quartz for $8.45. Again, I explained this when I was on the show at the weekend, that when you speak to lapidarists, they will tell you that when they're working with stones like agate and quartz, things that are a bit harder, a bit more readily available, they grow in confidence, and that's why they're, a bit more experimental, and that's why you end up with top drilled, faceted, twisted, puffy ovals. They just couldn't help themselves. Okay, we're gonna have to leave that one with you. Been very, very popular. Congratulations again if you've added that one. Do you know what? If you did buy that, how dramatic would it look to use these rose quartz with this incredible, is this onyx or spinel? I thought it was spinel actually. The master of disguise. Check it out. Again, the faceting on the surface of this gemstone is quite incredible. And can you see how you can create a really dramatic, almost monochrome look? You could use maybe some white rounds, maybe some howlite, something like that would go well with the black, and then if you incorporate these huge pink rose quartz, you get a really dramatic look, an evening look, I would say, if you're using these spinel. Over 100 carats of black spinel here, and when you see the luster from these spinels, you will see that they are so elegant, and let's face it, they're sparkly. It's like a paparazzi flash is going off. HGRU28 is the code you need to own 125 carats of black spinel for $9.95. They range in size from 10 by 8 up to 15 by 11 mil. You've got an 18 centimetre strand here. It is a Gems of Distinction strand. Been sourced by a buying office in India. It's the premier location for actually trading in gemstones these days. and that is why we are able to achieve such competitive pricing on our gemstones, because we've got people all over the world sourcing and buying gemstones for us. That is the buying power our audience has given us, and we like to pass those savings back on to you. HDRU28, just $9.95 this evening. Ooh, oh, I'll tell you what, again, these would work so well with it because you've got that monochrome look that I was just describing. And I'll tell you what else these would go well with. A strand we've got coming up as your showstopper at the top of this hour, because talk about imitating Mother Nature. You've got your floral design and your leaf design. Now that's just a little heads up, a little sneaky look. Those are coming up later in the hour. And we've just given you the opportunity to own those. So if you did get those, you're going to want to add these white quartzite flowers. Again, all the work here has been done by the lapidarist. The design that you want to achieve is going to be dictated by the shape itself. These have been carved into beautiful flower shapes, center drilled. So what you could do is you could just use a ball head pin through there. That would create the stamen, and then you could attach it to your design, or you could actually thread a gemstone into the center, maybe use some monofilament to create a completely different look. You can decide how far you want to take these. You might want to let the gemstone do all the talking, or you might want to enhance the look. The code you need is HDGP04 if you want to add 190 carats of white quartzite, these beautiful carved flowers, for just $6.95. That's incredible, and that is the buying power we have epitomized in one strand. Think of the work that's gone in to cutting and carving these beautiful flowers, and then we're able to offer you 190 carats of quartzite for just $6.95. What else is there to say? They've been incredibly popular. People are flying in on the phone lines tonight, and I'm not surprised. The free phone number here at Jewellery Maker, 0800 644 655, or if you're watching online on JewelleryMaker.com, just click to buy now and add them to your order. Just one P&P per day of £2.95, so there's absolutely nothing to worry about. And even if you are concerned and you think, what if I don't like them? Not too sure, don't panic. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee with Jewellery Maker, completely quibble-free. I don't want to hear no quibbles. Just call the call centre, and as soon as you return your item, the money will be paid back into your account. No risk. Top quality Prasiolite is what I've got for you next. 70 carats of green amethyst. Graduated faceted drops. So as we've discussed, the drop shape, so popular at the moment, so easy to use within your jewellery making designs. And then the lapidarist has gone to work on these gemstones. Beautiful faceting across the entire surface of a gemstone. They range in size from 7x5 to 14x8. Do you know what? You don't even need to do any work here if you don't really want to. You could actually just feed these onto a pair of shepherd's hooks, and you'd have a beautiful pair of jewellery, beautiful pair of earrings, a piece of jewellery ready for sale. And I'm pretty sure when you see the price, you'll be in agreement that one pair of earrings will make you your money back. Here comes your price tonight for ZESF15, just $14.95. I mean, Sarah, can you back me up on that? Would you sell a pair of Prasiolite earrings for more than $14.95, or am I overstepping them out?
I mean, my simplest earrings go at £10.
Okay.
Very simple earrings. Normally go at £10. That would be the likes of your howlite, your, maybe your small smoky quartz, your rose quartz. But Prasiolite is that next step up. Right. So it would be a little bit more
Probably
pricey.
Would be around about that kind of price. But we're talking about just using 2 of those in a pair of earrings. You'd still have the length of your strand left to work with. I mean, you could create, let's say, at least 20 pairs of earrings there, I would say.
Well, how much would you be charged if you went to the high street and just asked for normal purple amethyst in a bracelet with sterling silver clasp? Well, if you could get it on the high street. Well,
it wouldn't be $14.95, would it?
No.
No. And there you go. As Sarah rightly points out, this is the rarer form of amethyst. You've got your green amethyst here. We are going to have to leave that one with you because people are flying in on the phone. Congratulations if you have added that Prasiolite to your order. And don't go anywhere, because I'm about to offer you an incredible deal on sterling silver. Okay, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. I'm Ed, and this is the showstopper. Now, this is our opportunity to offer you a saving or an incredible launch. On this occasion, it is a huge saving for the established jewellery maker. If you've got craft fairs coming up or you've got personal commissions, you want to ensure that you have findings in your stash. These are essential, and as I always say, everybody has a different relationship with gemstones. Some people love their feminine gemstones, some people prefer their harder gemstones because they like to do, I mean, I even know some people that like to do gemstone carving, and they buy rough pieces of gemstones off us in order to carve it. But no matter what you're creating, you're going to need findings to finish off your pieces. Now, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but where are my tweezers? No, I don't mean it in a jovial way. I genuinely need a pair. I'll take the ones out of the toolkit we have coming up later in the show. We've got an incredible deal coming up on our large toolkit later tonight. I'm going to take those out of there and just use them, show you how easy they are to use. Hopefully. I'm not highly skilled with the tweezers, but I'm getting better. So, let's take you through everything you're going to get in this bundle. It's all 925 sterling silver, and I have got to start here at the very beginning. Probably your most essential of items, your crimp beads. 925 sterling silver, crimp beads, 3 by 1.5 mil, and you get 100 pieces in total of those within this bundle. Is that right? 100 pieces, that's perfect. Crimp beads are what you use to hold your gemstones onto your thread, and they have a million other uses, but the most basic use for them is those. Let's see what else we've got. Our lobster claw clasps. Oh, they're huge as well. Massive lobster claw clasp. This is all 925 sterling silver, semi-precious metal, 8 by 3 mil. You get 10 of those in total. And then we've got our silver eye pins. So useful for incorporating gemstones into your designs. And here you get 25 mil eye pins, 30 of those in total. Very, very, very useful. Then, oh, my apologies, we're moving on to these silver beads. There we go. They are 6 mil, perfect rounds, and you get 20 of those in total. Then, we've got your shepherd's hooks. I can't believe you're getting over 300 pieces. There you go, your shepherd's hooks. Sterling silver, so don't forget, if you are making pieces to sell, these are what you want to use. You want to use your 925 sterling silver and show people that you are offering them a professional finish to your pieces. You get 5 pairs in total, and they even have a 19 mil sterling silver ball on the end there. Just a little feature to show how high in quality they are. Then you've got your little flower cap bead covers. There you go. Now, we talk a lot about the traditional shapes and using those within your designs. Flowers, leaves, moon shapes, star shapes, anything like that. Anything from nature tends to attract people to your designs. These flower bead caps are 10 mil in size, but if you actually flatten them out, I don't think you even need a hammer for that or anything, do you? You can do that quite easily.
Kits. Yep. They're slightly wider than the normal flat pliers. Brilliant for flattening those out.
Flatten those out, and then they can go over larger beads.
And it also work hardens it. By doing that process, you actually work harden the bead cap, so it will stay flat if you want it flat. If you just put it onto a normal bead, what I would do is put it through the head pin, and then I would just push it up with the warmth of your hands. Just push the petals up towards the bead, and it'll just bend around the bead.
Ah, there you go. A helpful hint from Sarah to show you exactly how versatile these are. You actually get 20 of those in total. They are 10 mil when you start, but you can make them a little bit larger and work hard on them by flattening them. Okay, on top of that, another really, really essential piece here is your closed jump rings. So these are what you need for attaching things to your clasps. and finishing off your designs. You've got your closed jump rings, they're 5mm, and you get 50 pieces in total within this design. Then you've got your spring-loaded lobster claw clasps, 95 sterling silver. Every single finding in this bundle is 95 sterling silver. There's your lobster claw. And you get 10 of those in total. They're 9mm in size. And we're not done there. We've still got more to come. We've got these tiny little faceted 3mm silver beads. Absolutely exquisite. I find that these have more than one use. They can make your gemstones go a little bit further by incorporating them in, or they can maybe add that extra finish to your pieces. Maybe if you've added a dangle to the end of your necklace, you might want to finish it off with one of these beads, or you can even use it to accent a gemstone and show people that you're working with 925 sterling silver. You are working on a higher level and attracting people to your designs. And the final thing that you get within this is these long crimp bead tubes. There you go. Huge tubes. These are 8 by 1.6mm. They can be used as spacers within your designs. Any other ways that you use these within your design, Sarah?
They're great if you make earrings and you use the beading thread. When you actually want to then take the beading thread up towards where you're going to have the shepherd's hook, to take both beading threads through there, and it just takes both beading threads and hides the beading thread away.
Again, it's about finish.
So it makes them look much more professional for you. They're a great way of doing that. They're also great if you just add those onto a head pin with just one gemstone at the bottom. It just makes that head pin more substantial, more silver on show.
Yeah.
Great look.
More opulent look.
Yes.
The more semi-precious metals you're able to show within your designs, the higher level people know you're working on. And people are going to have, the more confidence people have in what you're creating, the more commissions you're going to get in turn. I would say that's got to be the case, hasn't it, Sarah?
Yes, definitely.
So the code you need to own this huge sterling silver mega deal, over 300 pieces, is IXGC35. One little piece of information I have to tell you is this is for the wholesale buyer. This is for the jewellery maker who's up and running. They've got their craft fairs or their commissions going. They need 925 sterling silver, semi-precious metal. Don't forget, the world's economy and market is based on the price of semi-precious metals. It fluctuates daily. It's difficult to tell from day to day what you're going to have to pay for sterling silver, but not at Jewellery Maker. We offer you wholesale deals. Usually, on a normal day, if you were to buy all of these items individually on the website, it would cost you over £60. But this is a show shopping deal. Show shopping? Went a bit Sean Connery there. A show-stopping deal from the bundler, and today she is going to offer you IXGC35 for an incredible price, and here it is, just $29.95. That is better than half price this evening. Your time to act is now. Do not dilly-dally, because I don't want to be getting told off because people missed out and got disappointed. The code you need is IXGC35. Be dialing the free phone number right now, 0800 644 655. I cannot imagine how frustrating it would be to go through the entire design process, create your beautiful piece of jewellery, and then not have the finding you need to finish it off, particularly if perhaps maybe you're up against it, maybe you work during the week and you do your craft fairs at the weekend, and you know, don't let it slip your mind that you're always going to need findings. You're getting over 300 pieces here within one bundle, and you're getting it at a price that is better than half price. Normally be over £60. Today you can own these 300 pieces of 925 sterling silver for $29.95. The phone lines have gone ballistic. Everyone is phoning in already, and that is the way to act. Please don't miss out. Put yourself in the queue. We have got a short queue. It's around about 60 seconds. 0800 644 655, or of course, if you're buying online, JewelleryMaker.com, just click to buy now. And another thing you should remember, if you are running a small business, we only charge 1p&p per day. So if you've already got an order up and running, today is the day to add this item to your order. Just $29.95 today. IXGC35 is your show-stopping code. Congratulations, everybody who's taken advantage of that, because I have no idea when people are going to be able to offer you a findings deal like that ever again. Okay, we're going to leave that one with you, and we're going to have to move on because we are getting close to 6 p.m. and Becky, our brand new presenter, is going to join us at 6 and take us through some of Sarah's designs. Sarah Elvin is here. She's already has a kit made up. She's sneakily taken her challenge early, so we're expecting big things from her challenge at the end of the show. I'm just going to give you a quick heads up. In around about 10-15 minutes, I have these beautiful green adventurine carved leaves, and they're not small. In fact, you know what? I also think if you turn them that way, they look a little bit like an angel. See where I'm coming from? The head, the body, the wings. Maybe not, they're leaves. We'll leave it there, especially as they're green. I think people want them to be leaves more. Anyway, we're going to leave that with you, and we are going to crack on. Wow. Pearl-coated chalcedony. How many of those words are so delectable that you're already dialing up? Should I tell you that we're also going to do a price slash on this? Is this our first price slash of the evening, in fact? I think it is. Well, you've been letting them down, really, because we're nearly 45 minutes in. JHRU67, we want more price slashes. Is that right? That is true. 50% off a huge silver bundle. We'll let you off. But, you know, sort out some more price slashes, bundler. JHRU67. Here we go. Our first of the evening. Over 100 carats of pearl-coated chalcedony in these faceted drops. One of our most popular shapes of gemstone, but it is a low stock offer. Here is the price you should be paying. $14.95. It is a Gems of Distinction strand. The amount of work that's gone into this strand is incredible. And today, you're getting a third off. It's down to $9.95. JHRU67. I mean, that is absolutely exquisite. You've got that opaque feel from the pearl coating that gives you almost a pearl essence, but then you've got the elegance and sparkle of the chalcedony. The faceting is adding so much to that design, and I would have to say this is the most perfect gemstone I've ever seen for adding in to bridal tiaras. Works so well with pearls. It already has that pearlescent coating. If you're going to use that along with clear quartz, maybe even if you got some of the diamonds last week, the rough diamonds, that would work so well with those. We're going to have to leave those ones with you because they're selling out with the price slash. Oh my word. Have you seen the colour of this morganite? It is so feminine, so spectacularly opulent. At the Genuine Gemstone Company, we love gemstones. If you've ever been to the building on a workshop, you will see how everybody in the building is gemstone mad. I never thought that I would be this into gemstones until I started working here. I've been working here for over 5 years now, and as soon as I started learning about gemstones, I couldn't get enough of them. If you meet the owner of this company, Mr. Steve Bennett, his passion for gemstones is so infectious. It's unbelievable. He in fact owns the world's largest cut morganite. If you do come here for one of our workshops, we will take you on a tour around the building, go and see Steve's personal collection within the museum. It is amazing. This gemstone, have you ever seen the morganite, Sarah? Yeah?
It would fit like in your hand.
Yeah.
It's
palm of your hand, isn't it?
Absolutely
That's kind of size.
Amazing, and it is so clear and so beautiful.
You can tell that it's been cut for beauty, but at the same time they've achieved the highest carat weight for any cut morganite in the world, and the faceting, I mean, it is another level, isn't it?
The gems that are in the museum, especially in that centre cabinet,
Yes, yes.
They are just take your breath away, and to think that's come out the ground. It's been made by Mother Nature, and that beautiful. And then all of the other artifacts in the museum are just, it captures your imagination. You can't help but be sort of caught up in it. Or
It sort of sparks something in you. Yeah, I totally agree. In fact, if you go there, you'll see how Steve's virtually got a bit of rough from every mine he's ever been. Well, not every mine he's ever been to. He's been to more gemstone mines than anyone on the planet. And he's got all the rough leading up to these feature gemstones, hasn't he? And it is incredible when you see it. Now, the reason I bring that up is that we have here the finest quality morganite I have ever seen on Jewellery Maker. 30 carats of morganite. I'm not actually. The producer just asked me if I'm ready for an incredible price. I know I'm not gonna be, because here on the Late Show, the producers are pretty competitive. $34.95. When you see the quality of this morganite, you are not going to believe that you've paid just over £1 a carat for morganite. It is such a beautiful, feminine tone. My personal favourite gemstone, I'm a bit girly when it comes to gemstones. I think gemstones are for girls traditionally. Okay. Although, as we learn more, as we offer more, the gents are, well, we're catching up. But this one in particular has such a feminine tone to it, that dusky baby pink. But the clarity of these morganites, the microfaceting, these range in size from 3x2 to 6x4. They're very dainty, and they're about to sell out. Sorry, I've been talking so much, I just fell a bit in love with the strand, that's what it was, my apologies. But this is an exquisite strand of gemstones, higher level than we are usually able to offer. Absolutely exquisite. We're going to have to leave those with you. They have sold out. Congratulations, by the way, if you did make those yours. We're just moving on to, our most popular range of agate at the moment is our Botswana agate. It's probably because of the season we're coming into, because these often have very autumnal tones and hues to them, but it's the banding that makes them so popular, because every single one is bespoke and different. I've just fallen in love with that one. That is awesome. You could easily incorporate these into sort of like a surfer type look. You know, we're talking about gents jewellery just there. I think these would lend themselves quite nicely to that sort of look, Sarah?
They would. I did on the morning show, circular braid. So if you saw the demo for that, these would look amazing if you just wanted to hang a single one of these off that circular braid as a neckline piece. If you did it in like a dark brown or a black thread, it's quite a substantial braid, so it's very masculine in some respects.
There you go.
And just one of those hanging off it would look amazing.
Set it off.
Yeah.
There you go then. More design inspiration. But don't forget, here on the Late Show, these are last of stock opportunities. The code you need is IWP090. You're going to be getting over 200 carats of Botswana agate, puffy drops from 12 by 18 mil, sorry, is the size. Here comes your price this evening, but it is a low stock opportunity. IWP090, 0800 644 655. For just $7.95. That is an incredible price for what you're getting here. I mean, I've picked this one out, but actually, look at that. Almost like a zebra skin print or something. Animal prints are so on trend at the moment. Very popular at the London Fashion Week recently, in fact. And these are genuine gemstones that almost offer you that look as well. $7.95 for 220 carats of Botswana agate. To move on. Ooh, look at these fluorites. Tell you what, very similar shape, and have these actually been carved into leaves? Wow. If you are excited by the idea of gemstones carved into leaf shapes, check these out. Got these coming up in about 10 minutes as my showstopper, just before we're joined by presenter Becky. Huge green aventurine leaves. Check that out. And don't you think that purple and green look so dramatic together? They look perfect. They're best mates in my world, purple and green. These, if you buy these, you've got to buy these, and if you buy these, you've got to buy these. It's not a rule or anything, it's just my suggestion. We are currently offering you 290 carats of purple fluorite, but they are carved leaf beads. All the work's been done for you by Mother Nature, offering the lapidus the inspiration, and then the beautiful carving. Oh my word, we're down to single figures of these already, and I'm not surprised at $6.95. The code you need is EJGP41, but they are flying out the door so quickly. This is a last of stock opportunity, and that's what we're all about here on The Late Show. Congratulations if you've added those to your order. But while we're offering you ridiculously opulent gemstones, such as the morganite we just had on, why not another of the big four? 140 carats of emerald. These are small nuggets. They range in size from 3x2 to 12x3. And on this occasion, you are getting an 85 centimetre strand, a lot longer than our usual strands. The code you need is BCYY74. Should we get the price straight in, because these are going to be so popular. Everybody's dialing in. Just $6.95 for 140 carats of emerald nuggets. $6.95 for over 100 carats of emerald is unheard of. I recently launched our most exclusive strand ever on Jewellery Maker. That was a strand of Colombian emerald, and it was such a crazy story of how Hannah Oxby managed to source them. Just really cloak and dagger. One guy offered her 10 strands of it. She took it. That sold at $79.95. Today, you can own 140 carats of emerald for $6.95. Okay, the Colombian emerald's practically jewellery quality gemstones. Here, you're dealing with nuggets. But if you are thinking to yourself, I don't really know how I'd use nuggets within a jewellery design, we have the answer. Order Mark Smith's Chips and Nuggets DVD for all the design inspiration you could possibly want with Chips and Nuggets. These are more versatile than you could ever imagine. BCYY74, just $6.95. Congratulations if you've added those to your order. Ooh, silver coated garnet. Now, again, you've got the rough, I want to say organic, but they're not just organic. They offer you something more than that, because when they are this rough cut nuggets, people know they're dealing with a genuine gemstone specialist. They know that you're working with gemstones and that you haven't just gone out and bought a tub of glass beads for £2 or something. Now, there is a place for all of those synthetics within jewellery making and crafting, of course, but here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we like to deal with the real McCoy, and that's what we're offering you here. And when people see this rough cut, they will know that those are genuine gemstones. They will know that Mother Nature's played her hand in it. Of course, we've given them this incredible coating. We've added something to it. There's nothing wrong with adding to Mother Nature's design, but it's nice to see that it came from Mother Nature in the first place. IBRU00 is the code. There's lots of people on the phone lines. Over 100 carats for $6.95. They tick every possible box, these particular garnets, because you've got the opulence of the garnet, but also the silver colour coming through from the coating. Over 100 carats here. They're flying out the door. As you can see, single figures in availability. People are acting quickly tonight. I like that. A bit of urgency. People understand. They don't want to miss out. Okay, here we go. Ooh, peacock coloured druzy agate. Absolutely incredible. Now, the beauty of these is that you've got this frosted finish to the agate itself, which is allowing the tiny druzy crystal formations inside to do its work and really offer an incredible sparkle. You've got 280 carats of peacock druzy agate. Now, when we say peacock, I'm not sure if the colour's really coming across, but you've got this sort of oil on water effect, because you've got the purpley metallic sheen with that forest green in the background. Very, very exquisite look. And again, I actually think these would work quite well in masculine designs as well, because aside from the sparkle, you've got that metallic feel, which is popular.
You've got the sparkle, but then you've got the optical effect of the labradorite, but you're still keeping that same sort of tonal colour.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that have got that little bit of sort of tinge of blue about them.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, would look absolutely perfect teamed together.
That is, and also, you know, when you see the labradorite from one side, you get the blue, but then you get the gold sheen as well. A lot of these have got that little sort of, it's almost like a little pearlescence on them because of the frosting. You can see. Okay, the code you need is EDGP37. If you want to own 280 carats of peacock druzy agate, this is a low stock opportunity, I'm afraid, and here comes your price, just $7.95 this evening. People are flying in on the phone lines tonight. You have to act quickly if you want to own these. Okay, we're gonna have to leave those ones with you. They've been very, very popular. 23, which are these? Okay, it says marquise, although these are more of a sort of wave type shape, if you like. They're sort of a twisted square. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Can you see the shape? They're almost like a, I don't know, a fin, a rhombus we're having from Ben. They look almost like a fin. Do you know what I mean? When they're sticking out there. Very, very unique shape here. You don't see that cut every day, but as I explained earlier, when you're dealing with a gemstone like quartz, the lapidary has a bit more bravery about them. They're a bit more experimental, and they've come up with this exclusive cut. It is checkerboard faceted on the surface. Corner drilled, as we say, 160 carats of clear quartz, graduated in size from 10 by 7 to 14 by 9, very low in stock. Here's your price tonight at $14.95. This is a Gems of Distinction strand, sourced by our Indian buying office and offering you an absolutely perfect look for your winter designs. Also very good for your bridal commissions because they've got the clarity of that clear quartz, but then they've got the sparkle from the faceting on the surface of the gemstone. Absolutely flying out the door tonight. OPIM62 is the code you need to add that to your order for $14.95. That is an absolute deal this evening. Make sure you're not disappointed and that you are acting quickly if you want to own one of those this evening. We're going to move on, to our showstopper. Don't panic, I've got absolutely the most exciting news of the hour. Producer Deanna's just told me she's launching these at a lower price than she's supposed to. Only good news for you guys at home, but a bit of advice, start dialing now. It's a free phone number, you've got nothing to lose. Put yourself at the front of the queue. I don't want anybody being disappointed here. We have got a lot of stock to go round, but will it be enough? That's the question. You can start dialing now. 0800 644 655 is the free phone number you need to start dialing if you want to add these huge aventurine leaves to your order this evening. They are massive. Now, once again, Mother Nature has done her job. The producer's on the phone to the head of product. Oh, it's because I let it out the bag that she was going to go a little bit lower than she's supposed to. It's all about offering you amazing deals. That's what we do here on The Late Show. We want to give you at home the amazingly loyal audience that has given us and empowered us with the buying power we now have to source gemstones like this and be able to offer you over 400 carats of green aventurine for one incredible price. Now, I should tell you that these were going to be launched at a particular price. Now that price was over £10. We're not going to launch them for that price anymore, because during our pre-show discussions we decided we were going to take them below £10, because we have a higher quantity available than we would usually have on the Late Show. So we thought we're going to go under £10, give everybody the chance to own these for a special price. But producing Maverick, that is the bundler, or Deanna, she says that she's never claimed to be the bundler, she's just never in the same room as the bundler. Suspicious? I think so. But don't panic about that, because this isn't a bundle. This is an exclusive strand this evening, a brand new launch, Green Adventurine, which featured heavily at a London fashion show earlier this year. It is then carved into these beautiful leaves. These are absolutely huge, 38 by 24 mil. All the work has been done for you. All the work has been done for you. First of all, Mother Nature has inspired the lapidrist. Then the lapidrist has taken it upon themselves to carve these huge slabs of green adventurine into these exquisite leaf shapes. It's almost impossible to understand how they've managed to carve them and get these beautiful curved lines within the gemstone. You'd expect a gemstone to maybe give way or not quite have the density to take that level of carving, but adventurine lends itself to carving in this way, and the lapidrist has had the bravery and the conviction to carve it into these beautiful shapes, perfect for the upcoming autumnal season. EHGP78, be dialing now to avoid disappointment, because tonight, and maybe only for tonight, here is your launch price of $7.95. EHGP78, 410 carats of green adventurine, top drilled carved leaf beads for $7.95. That is a launch price this evening. I can't promise it will stay at that. Hopefully enough of them will go out tonight for us to leave the rest at that price. If not, it could be at a higher inflated price tomorrow morning at 9 AM. But until 9 PM at least, you've got them available at this launch price of $7.95. EHGP78 is the code you need to add over 400 carats of green adventurine to your order this evening. It is very, very busy on the phone lines for these, and I'm not surprised at just $7.95 for over 400 carats. I'm getting a few glances. Product managers scowling at me. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go and smooth things over with the product manager, and I'm going to go to a short break, but take advantage now. EHGP78, over 400 carats of green adventurine for $7.95. When we return from the break, you will be joined by the delectable presenter Becky, and she will be taking you through the first of Sarah's kit designs this evening. Don't go anywhere.
Join guest designer Cherry Green and learn the art of using anodised aluminium. This introductory DVD will guide you through step-by-step instructions on how to design colourful and contemporary jewellery, including the dyeing process, how to create texture and patterns, shaping, stamping and much more. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Learn all about copper clay with international art clay instructor Natalia Coleman. This workshop will guide you through the basics of using metal clay, including how to plan your designs, cutting and shaping, firing and polishing. The full course includes 100 grams of copper clay, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet our presenters and a visit to our gemstone museum. All this for just $71.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Chandi beads are Jewellery Maker's range of 925 sterling silver beads that have been handcrafted in our workshop in the heart of Jaipur. There is an 8-stage process to craft these artisan beads. Stage 1 is the annealing process. This is when heat is applied to the sterling silver wire, then slowly cooled down in order to soften the metal to make it more workable. Stage 2. This is the pattern making process. This is where the silver wire is put onto the spindle of a rotary machine. Stage 3 is the cutting process, and Stage 4 is shaping. Stage 5 is soldering, and this is done to give firm joints to the beads. Stage 6, assembling. Stage 7 is surface cleaning. And finally, Stage 8 is the plating process, which starts with steam treatment to treating it with dilute sulfuric acid to remove the impurities and making it perfect for plating.
Join our guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through using textures and layers, working with colours and adding foils and much more. This is a fascinating technique which gives the illusion of depth using layers of imprinted clay. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, Lisa Pavelka foils, use of all tools, buffet style lunch and refreshments. And all this for just £67.95. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to the Late Show on Jewellery Maker. Very, very exciting news. We are joined by the fabulous Becky.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really
You
good,
alright?
thank you. Super excited.
Of course, you're here at Jewellery Maker. You've joined the team. Who wouldn't be excited?
I know, right?
We've got some exciting news. Basically, coming towards the end of the year, we're going to be going live for 12 hours a day. Becky's going to be presenting one of those shows for us. So play nice, because she's just learning at the moment. You've already done some exciting things, haven't you? Been in on the Rocks Academy.
Yeah.
You've been in on the show with Vicky, or watching Vicky.
Yeah, I've been in the gallery.
Watched our masterclass today. You've got every single Jewellery Maker DVD, haven't you?
I have hours and hours worth to watch. This weekend, probably.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to leave you in Becky's very capable hands, and you're going to launch the first kit this evening.
And I am so excited to do that. I can't wait.
Okay, I'll be back in an hour. That says she's kicking me out already, you see.
Taking my time. Okay, I have got a brilliant kit for you tonight. We are going to shortly be popping over to Sarah, who's going to show us the beautiful things she's been making with this kit. But I'm going to give you a little sneaky preview of what we've got in it first. So let's have a little looky. I'm going to go on to the strands we've got first. I'm going to start off with this little number here. This is your potato pearl, okay? Now, these are around 3 to 4 mils long, and these are absolutely beautiful. Obviously, pearl, you think elegance. You think about the effort that Mother Nature goes into making these. If you don't know, the way pearls are made, basically a mollusk will get an irritant in it and basically squirt this juice, technical name, to protect itself, and it will create these pearls. Now, apparently it takes around a year to make it a millimetre. So these are 3 to 4 millimetres. So we're looking at about 4 years that Mother Nature's have put in to make all of these. And we have got a lovely long strand of this for you. Gonna move on to the next one because I think this is so beautiful. This is your rose quartz. Now, this is 260 carats here, and they're approximately 10 mil. Now, the thing I love about quartz is obviously it's really sturdy. We all know that. It's really high up there in the strength, which means that it's a bit more durable. So perhaps if you are going to give this as a gift maybe to a younger person, you don't have to be too worried about it getting tarnished or scratched that easily. Especially with this colour as well. It's kind of a light pink. Actually, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of the morganite we saw earlier. It's the same colour as that morganite we saw earlier. Kind of peachy, girly tones. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's not too over the top that it's kind of too much of a baby pink. So this really is going to suit any age, to be honest. I think that's a lovely piece. I'm going to go on to this. Oh, that's so ready to choose from. Okay, this one. Ta-da! That's all I can say for this. It really shouts out. This is rainbow shell, okay? So this is lots of shells that, well, as you can tell, it's got this beautiful pearlescent colour into it. And basically what's happened is they've been coloured so that you get this beautiful rainbow effect. Now I'm going to show you some of these close up. You'll see that although the shapes are kind of a bit quirky and irregular, they're actually quite similar to each other. So you can see that there. Now I think these make me think of kind of quite a boho kind of unique piece. This really, really speaks volumes. If you have a look at all these intricate different shapes, what you're going to see when you put these onto a piece, no matter what you match it with, it's really going to pow right in the face. It's just a little bit different, something to really add something. And these colours are beautiful, really go well with the silks that we saw in the masterclass this afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous colours. This is all in the kit, by the way. I've not finished yet. I'm no way near. This strand, which is huge. Let me just show you this. 75 centimetres, this strand. Absolutely crazy, crazy. And this is rainbow moonstone. Now, we see quite a bit of moonstone, don't we, on Jewellery Maker especially, because it is such an exquisite piece, really, really easy to fashion into different things, but this is your rainbow moonstone. Now, rainbow moonstone has to actually go to a lab to be classified as rainbow moonstone. We've not given it that name just to jazz it up a bit. It has to be tested and go through lots of rigmarole to be called that. And if you have a look, now these lights in this studio, it's quite hard to see, but I promise you, and you might be able to if I shimmy a little bit, they have got this rainbow colouring to them, okay? You'll see it actually, where are we? You can see it on that one there. See a bit of bluiness? See that blue? Blue electric flashes there. It's like a bit of lightning just jumping out at you, and all of these have got it. Like I say, it's just these lights. It's going to hypnotise you when you get it home. Don't forget, we do have that 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you think, oh, is Becky telling the truth? I am. But you can buy it, take it home, and I promise you it's true. I'm going to show you these four together, you know, because they're gorgeous together. Let's have a little look. Look at these here. So don't forget, this one here is 75 centimetre strand of your rainbow moonstone. You've also got your rose quartz, your rainbow shell, and your potato pearl. So you've got four even. What am I talking about? You've got 4 strands here, and look at them together. They're kind of winter wonderland with a jazzy pop from the shell. I love it. Personally, I wouldn't put these together, but they really work. They scream elegance and fun. I love them, brilliant. That's not all you're getting, guys. It's not. You think, stop there. Stop, Becky, you're crazy. You're not getting more in this kit. I am, you're getting so much more. I'm gonna go on to, we are getting some cord here. Okay, let me move this. We are getting suede cord, not 1 metre, not 2. You're getting 10 metres of this cord. They're 1 metre long each, and you're getting 10 different colours. I'm going to get them all out just to annoy people. Look at all this. I just need to show you the amount that this is. Look at all of these. You've got some gorgeous colours here. You've got your black, your white, your silver, your brown. You've got your tan suede, your stone colours. You've got your lighter grey, your lilac, your cream suede, and look at this turquoise. Wowzers, that really stands out. And that is 1 metre long. Look at this. Look at that. You are going to be able to make a lot with this. You're getting all of that, including the bundle. 10 metres there. I won't put it back in the bag. You've got fixings, findings, fixings. Shh, no one noticed, no one even noticed. You've got your findings here. You've got loads and loads in here. You've got findings for your earrings and your lobster clasps. You've got 98 pieces in here. They are sterling silver plated copper, so you've got that beautiful silver look, but because you've got the copper in there as well, it really gives it the strength that you're looking for to make sure that, you know, your creations do last a long time. So you've got 98 pieces in here, and you've got everything you're going to need. You've got loads of different clasps and bead hooks. You've even got actually the hooks that you can attach your suede onto in here as well, so that you can make some beautiful pieces. I'm not going to stop there. I'm not going to. I've got more. Now, you are getting some beading thread. You're getting 50 metres of this beading thread, and it's in a silver colour, and it's really strong. It's ridiculously strong. It's almost got a wire texture to it. So you're getting 50 metres. You're also getting 6 metres of elastic, so these are obviously great for your bracelets and that sort of thing, but also you can use it on anything that might need a little bit of give as well. And you are getting some monofilament, which isn't here. You get 8 metres of the monofilament. I'm going to pretend I've got it. Oh, here it is. You get 8 metres of this. Oh, come on.
Sneaky hand.
Oh, creepy hand. Sarah. See? You've got the monofilament here, which is great. If you're, again, going to be using all of this suede that we've got, you can use these to attach some of the beading onto your creations, which we're going to be seeing really soon over there with Sarah. So, one-stop shop here, and not only that, you're getting bags here as well to give them as gifts. Beautiful, really nice, gorgeous purpley colour, matches you actually, Sarah.
I think they thought to me when they got those bags.
If you are if you are new to us as well, you might not know this, but they do have little labels on the side, and it doesn't say, you know, Jewellery Maker or Gemstone Company. It just says handmade gemstone jewellery. So isn't that beautiful? You're not giving it away and there's loads of promotion all over it. It's just proving that you've made it yourself. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's rerun. You're getting 4 strands, one of which is 75 centimetres long. You're getting 10 metres worth of multicoloured, absolutely gorgeous suede. You're getting your monofilament. You're getting your wire, you're getting elastic, and you're getting loads of your findings. And you're getting all of this for $19.95. That is less than £20, which is crazy. Think about this. It's each of these for a £5, which is crazy. And everything else free, really, if you think about it like that. The great thing is, especially with your rose quartz, we were saying before, it looks so similar to the gems you had on earlier at a much higher price. Now, I think that's amazing. I'm so lucky to have been given such a great bundle. Straight away, what a kit. We are going to see exactly what you can do with this kit. I'm going to walk on over to Sarah here, who's been creating.
I have.
How exciting.
I know. I love this kit.
These pieces you've got are gorgeous.
I went a bit mad. I went a bit to town, but I actually love the kit because, it, as you say, it's got something for everybody in it.
Definitely.
It's got really bright colours if you want to use all the shell together, which
especially
use all
the
the colours together, and I just think they just work beautifully. But you've got such tactile tones from the suede cord, and then you've got those chips and nuggets of the moonstone, which adds that ethereal quality.
So much.
And it's just beautiful.
Did you just make this from one kit?
That's one kit, and this is what's left over as well.
Oh my goodness, you have got stuff left over and you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces.
Yes.
And these aren't measly, you have used, whoa, you've gone to town on this, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, because why not? They're so beautiful. Have them in abundance. The iridescence that comes off this rainbow moonstone, I was working in not great light in my dining room and I was getting brilliant bright blue schiller coming off the top of these moonstones. They were beautiful and each one was shouting and vying for my attention. Use me, and shouting with its little blue iridescence coming off it. So they're brilliant.
Absolutely gorgeous. Did you have any inspiration when you were looking at these? Because like you say, vast variety.
Inspiration comes from the gemstones quite often, and also the materials in the kit. So the sway gave me some inspiration, the shapes of the shell, kind of how I was going to use those to incorporate those together, but also having the chips in the moonstone and those beautiful round rose quartz.
Oh, they're stunning, aren't they?
They're just brilliant, and it all works so well together.
I love it. So tell us, what are we going to be looking at today?
Okay, we are going to look at the bracelet there with the pink suede. We're
Yeah.
going to show how to make that one for you.
It looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's a really easy and good technique for a beginner to start with, but it's a great one. You can make these really long and actually have them as a multiple wrap bracelet if you want to.
Wow.
So you know, with the 1 metre of suede, you'll get a 50 centimetre wrap. So it's a good length.
That's really good. That's really good.
Okay, so what we need to start off with, and if I get my board into the right place, there we go, is we start off with attaching a piece of our suede, and all we need to do is double our suede over and then attach it with one of the ribbon clasps. You can see that, let me move that down, with one of the ribbon clasps at the top there, and that's just going to catch the two ends, and I want the two tails loose at the bottom, okay, which is what I've done here. And I've just attached mine to my trusty macrame board, which I can't live without. If you're like me, this is an extra pair of hands, no matter what you're doing. So, and what I've done is I've started off, and I've literally, if you were doing this at home, you'd use the monofilament. But because we can't see the monofilament on the TV, I'm using beading thread in this instance.
Clever.
But on the sample, it is with monofilament, and you'll find that you can't see the thread then going across the suede. I literally just tied a single simple knot at the top to attach my beading thread. Then all we do with our beading thread is, you'll see it comes out of both sides of the suede, is we take it underneath our beading thread and through the middle. So that's all I've done. I'm going to do the same on the other side, underneath the strand and into the middle. Okay, so now I have my two strands going through the middle of my suede. What I'm going to do is attach my beads by taking the beading thread through one side and crossing it through the other side with my other tail. So you'll end up with that, and then all we're going to do is jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And if you push your gemstones up, you'll end up with like two little butterfly tails. And just pull your thread until they sit snug.
That is so clever.
And because you're taking the beading thread underneath into the middle, that anchors it around your suede. And if you do it again on the other side, that anchors the other side for you. And you just carry on going down your beading thread, down your suede to the length you want, crossing over your threads in the middle. And I know there are other ways of doing this particular design, this wrap design, but this is the one I find the easiest. I know a lot of people end up throwing these across their dining rooms or their craft rooms or wherever they want to craft, and they end up sort of throwing these across the craft room because they're trying to thread on one side, into the bead, thread on the other side, back through the bead again. This way saves a lot of those headaches. So
That's so clever.
now I'm going to dip you in at the deep end.
Can I have a go?
Because this is such an easy technique, I'm going to get you to have a go.
Even I can do it.
Even you can do it. Right.
Okay.
Come on over to the board.
No pressure.
And what you need to do is remember to take your thread underneath.
I'm going underneath this side.
Into the middle. Yeah, and do your other
Am I pulling it tight?
You don't need to pull it tight at this
No.
point. And then the other side as well.
Other side,
Through to the
in
middle.
and through, just under the one of them.
Yeah. I know it's hard with your nails.
Wow. It is.
That's why all us
There we
crafters
go.
have no nails.
It doesn't matter with card making.
And there's your bead. So you're going to take it onto one tail.
Yep, I'm going to put one side through, put my head in,
and
another
then
one.
Through the other way.
Yep, got that.
And then all you're going to do, if you let the bead drop onto between the suede,
Yep,
and just push it up to the top there,
just going to pop it in. Yep.
and then just pull your tails. Keep pulling and pulling and pulling.
Oh, stop.
That's it. You've done it.
Look at how simple that is. Ta-da!
Ta-da! How easy was that?
That is genuinely really, really easy. So easy. I thought when you were threading them through the hole, I thought, oh, that's going to be really difficult. But it's not at all. They don't clash or anything.
No, and
really
if you do
easy.
with the monofilament, if you can just pass me that.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I'll just show you with the monofilament.
Yeah.
I'll show that to camera. You can see there, you can hardly see the monofilament across the suede.
It looks like they're floating.
That's it. It looks like they're floating in there, so it looks amazing.
It does.
And this, as I say, you can make these as long as you want. So the suede's 1 metre. By the time you've turned it, cut it into 2 pieces, folded it into 2 pieces, you'll get a 50 centimetre. But you could be really funky and take one colour suede on one side and one colour suede on the other.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
And also you could do different gem colours too, couldn't you? Obviously, if you had any knocking around from another kit.
And this will work with any size gemstone. It will work with rounds, it will work with cubes, it will work with bicones, chips and nuggets, you name it, it works with it.
And how much would you sell that for?
That one would be at least £10, probably more like 12.
That's crazy. More like £12 just for this one piece. You're getting the whole kit for less than £20, $19.95. And as you can see here, you've made so many pieces from this. Yeah. That is crazy. I love this one as well.
Which one do you like?
The suede.
The suede.
Oh!
I got this inspiration. There's a technique that Jewellery Maker has launched, which has been around for a long time. It's called soutache. Now, soutache involves sewing a braid together to create beautiful pieces that look very similar to this. This is actually taking the suede cord, and I've just basically taken it, rolled it together, used a jewellery glue, and glued the suede to each other, and created lots of swirls and patterns. I've added the silver beads in there. Literally, I've just glued those in as well. I made a little, what I call suede-tache. I've nicknamed
I like
it.
that.
I've nicknamed it.
Sounds like suede moustache.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Just me.
And so if you're not a sewer, but you like the look, this is a great way of doing it. And it's such a light piece
like a
as
little
well.
cheats version.
Very cheaty version.
I absolutely adore that. Well, what a skill.
I know, so easy to do. So, once you've done that, we're going to show how to quickly finish this off for you.
Brilliant.
What you need to do to finish it off, and I'm going to make a little tiny weeny baby version, is you take your threads back underneath the middle again.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're using monofilament, you won't see any of this working. And all you're going to do is take those up and tie a little overhand knot. And literally, that will bring the 2 tails together.
Yeah.
If you find your knot won't come together, do another one. It'll eventually get those 2 ends of the suede. And then what I'm going to do is take my threads under again.
Just on both sides like you did before?
On both sides like we did before.
Right.
And what I wanted to do is to bring these 2 tails together, because at the moment they're like tram lines.
Yeah.
And I actually want to bring those back towards each other so I can add the ribbon clasp onto the end.
Love that.
And then literally shimmy, 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 shimmy. And then you see now my knot can pull those ends together.
Yeah, you've brought it together and you've neatened that off, haven't you?
Yeah. And if you are using beading thread, if you want to use beading thread, there's a top tip. When you're using these cord ends, beading thread can slip out of them.
Okay.
Because they're meant to grip ribbon really, or suede, or a cord. And the beading thread and the monofilament are very, very fine. So if you just add a crimp bead onto your bits that you want to attach into your ribbon cord ends, it gives that cord ending something to grip onto.
That's brilliant. That's really good. And you do get those crimp beads in the kit as well. You do get a few of those included.
So I'm just going to unattach my my bracelet. And all I did was attach it with a piece of beading thread. Again, beading thread, my friend. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to use another whole ribbon clasp, is to take my ends of my cord, of my suede, and of all my beading thread, and you can see it's like a little channel. It's like a little
it just runs through.
U-shaped channel, yeah. So you've got the thread sitting in there. And how I do this, and everybody works with these differently, is I have a tendency to hold my cord over my finger, so that holds it flat into there, and then use my flat nose pliers just to squeeze those 2 edges together, so it's starting to form, and then flatten that down, and then on the other side, just flatten that one down, and that's it.
That's brilliant. And how tightly does that hold it?
It's really sturdy. As you can see on this side, if I show you, that sway cord is really, really attached in there. Can you see how flat it's taking it down? And there's a tooth in the front of this, and what it does, that tooth, is it grips onto whatever cords you put in there, whether it be ribbon, whether it be the suede, and when you flatten this down, the tooth bites up into the material, so it can't slip back out again.
That's brilliant.
So that's why that crimp bead, if you are using the beading thread, gives that tooth something to bite onto.
That's brilliant.
So there you go, that's the clasps on there. And I love the fact that you get the extenders on these clasps, because it's great.
How brilliant.
And I always just put a little gemstone on the end of these extenders, because I just like the way they feel down the wrist when you have that little extension and that gemstone. It just makes you feel all girly.
I love the idea of the gemstone as well. It's almost like I've just thrown an extra one on as a little treat, and I really like that.
It is.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't believe I did a bit myself. That is absolutely beautiful. And that is all included in your bundle. These gorgeous pieces. There is still a few available. You are in a queue at the moment. If you are, hold on the line. It is a free phone number, 0800 644 655. But it is time for our showstopper, coming up right now. Stop! Showstopper. We have got, I'm going to shimmy it into view here for you. It's hiding a little bit. We've got some antique bronze coloured wire here. We've got many, many meters of this. 100 meters. What? That's, blimey. 100 meters. This is so popular, this one, at the moment. It is the antique bronze colour. Look at that. So autumnal, so classy. It really has got that vintage feel. It's absolutely beautiful. You're getting this in the bundle, but if you get this, which everybody needs, we all use it, it's essential, isn't it, obviously, to make your gorgeous creations. When you get this, you get this free. The whole thing. The whole thing. Not just the cool little sort of Filofax tile holder, all of these bits and bobs, the whole kit and caboodle. Now, if you're new to Jewellery Maker, like me, welcome, welcome. These are going to be essential for you, okay? These are our large tools. Now, these are lovely. If you've got the smaller tools, you might be interested in getting these ones, just because they have got the larger holds here, which is just lovely, really good on the grip. You've got everything you're going to need here to wind your beads in. You've got your wire cutters. You've got your gauge here also to measure. Me and Sarah were having a little chat before. She says that she has used this gauge before for when she had some graduated gemstones. She dropped them on the floor and she had to use the gauge to just make sure she put them in the right order.
It just makes life easy. It takes all the guesswork out. Is that one bigger than that one? The gauge does it for you.
I love that, exactly. Especially if you're doing earrings as well, getting the same size drops and things like that. So you've got your gauge in there. Like I say, you've got your wire cutter. You've also got here, I love this. Here we go. You've got your little tool here as well with all your little ends and your files. You've got your pokes and your prodders. And also in here you can store all of these little bits and bobs in here as well. So it really is the Swiss Army knife, I would say, of this kit. I absolutely love it, and it's kind of got a bit of bling to it as well, hasn't it? So you get this whole kit, which usually is $15.95, which actually is a bargain anyway. $15.95 for this whole kit. And you get the antique bronze coloured wire. Now this usually $19.95, which again, not a bad price. But this is the showstopper. I'm not just, winding you up here. We are going to stop the show with how good this is. You are getting both together for $19.95. Okay, so you might think, right, there's something going on here. Is it going to fall apart? No, There is a reason, I won't lie to you. Basically, because we have such great viewers and you're always calling in for new things, new products, we are always getting in huge shipments of beautiful gems, and we only have a very small warehouse. If you have been on one of our workshops here, you will have seen it. It's really small and we're running out of space, to be honest. So we're trying to get rid of the big and bulky items like this, which means that you are massively unlikely to see these with a buy one get one free offer with your antique bronze wire anytime soon. So we're just being really nice today. Actually, it is the midweek. We're trying to, you know, boost you. You're over the hill of it now. So we're just giving you a super little treat here. You're getting this entire kit free, essentially. You've got your $19.95 for your wire and just a free kit. We're just going, there, have that, take it. That's fine. And actually it matches my nails, which I've just noticed, which sells it for me even more. Just honestly, take advantage of this now. You might think, actually, I do need some of these tools. If you have got the smaller tools, you know, like say the larger handle, a little bit more comfort, a little bit more grip for you. If you're new to jewellery making, get in. You will need these. It's essential. Even if you're tuning in for the first time and you're thinking, I'm not sure, you know, what I'm gonna need, you will need these. Trust me. Pretty much no matter what type of jewellery making you're gonna get into, you are going to need these. Okay, have a little look. Just look and drill. I have been told there is a bit of a queue. Like say it is a free phone number. Do hold the line, because look at all of this you're getting. You're getting everything free. You don't hear that often nowadays, but you are. You're getting this free. I'm going to have to move on. We have got a queue, but please do stay on the lines. I love this. I'm going to move this away. Now, in about 20 minutes time, we're going to be bringing you one of the most desirable gemstones. No, not Ed. No, not him. It's going to be something even more special. We are going to be bringing you, that changed then. We're going to be bringing you tanzanite. Some gorgeous tanzanite. I've seen it, I've had a little sneaky peek. It's absolutely gorgeous. So do stay tuned for that. As you know, tanzanite, it's one of the big five, isn't it? So really do wait around for that. It's only 20 minutes away. But before that, until then, we've got some Miss It, Miss Out. We're going to have a little look in box number 2. Please, Dave. Look at this. Lemon quartz. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at this. These faceted pieces. Wow. Summery or what? They are gorgeous. These are in a mixture of sizes. You have got the graduated sizes here. Just look at them. They graduate from 10 by 6 to 20 by 14. So these are not small pieces by any stretch of the imagination. These are gorgeous large pieces. These are glowing. Look at that. Yeah, they are lemon, and I think the shape also kind of gives them more of that lemony feel. Look at the sparkle on that. I'm sorry, I'm getting mesmerized here. That is beautiful. The faceting on this is gorgeous. Now, I'm really sorry, but low stock means low stock. I am in single figures for this, especially probably even more when I tell you the price. I'm not gonna lie. $9.95. That is less than £10 for 115 carat. Wow, of your lemon quartz. Quartz is, obviously it's got your, usually it's quite an opaque colour, but this, because it's so clear, it's got that beautiful transparency, which just is going to look gorgeous and really set off the other tones and colours made in your pieces. We are about to sell out. If you are on the phones, please stay on. If you're on the internet thinking, oh, maybe not, bye. And we're gone. They're gorgeous. I love. Okay, where are we going now? my birthstone, a little bit close to my heart this, I won't lie. This is a mixture of your amethyst and your ametrine. Now, amethyst is my birthstone, February baby. These are gorgeous. Now, let me show you these. Wow, what funky shapes, first off. So, we've got the amethyst here. I'll show you a perfect example of your amethyst here. So this one here is your amethyst, that kind of beautiful purpley colour, really, really deep. And then you've got the kind of more yellowy purple, almost golden colours there of your ametrine as well. Now these, if we have a look at the whole strand, look at all these different shapes. They're not quite nuggets, obviously, but they have got real different qualities to them all. They are all faceted, and look at this one here. Oh, I love that one. We've got a beautiful oblong shape here. You've also got kind of a half moon. You've got your teardrop. Really organic, gorgeous. And with your ametrine, you are getting a gemstone that is incredibly rare. You don't see it very often at all, and that is mainly because it only comes from one place in the world. That's it, just one location. Everyone gets theirs from theirs. So it's amazing actually that you can get it for this price, because you know it's not in great abundance, and you're getting it with the amethyst there, and it's $6.95, which is crazy. It's unheard of. Can I just point out, I have an amethyst ring that I have on actually and I paid a couple of £100 for it, and the amethyst isn't this high in quality at all. I actually prefer the colour of this amethyst also, and the price you're getting, $6.95 for all of these, is absolutely amazing. This is the reason that you keep coming back, isn't it? Because you get the chance to get these pieces, you get to see things. This is about to sell out, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not. I am going to move on from this. Congratulations if you've managed to get that. Okay, I feel like I have to whisper around this, I don't know why. This is a beautiful, beautiful stone. I'm going to say one word to you, and that is sapphire. Yeah, already you've got all these words coming into your head. Luxury, exquisite, top 5. It's one of your best known, and for a very good reason. Look at that sparkle. Look at those sunset colours. The only difference between these sapphires really and your rubies, literally the opinion of the people who are looking at it. Sapphire, you have here really red tones on this strand. This really is those sunset colours, and look at how gorgeous. You really, the glitz you're getting on these, the gleam. Like I say, these lights in the studio are a bit of a nightmare at this point. But I'm seeing here, honestly, I'm seeing ambers. I'm seeing really strong hues of purple, actually. Purples, reds, oranges. And also, as you're spinning it, the shine, look at that. It almost looks like they've been sugar coated. It really does. There is a sapphire called a Sangeet sapphire, which is one of the most expensive in the world. And the colour is so similar, you'd have to be pretty smart and pretty into your gems to work out the difference. Now, this is a considered purchase, okay? But the price we're getting for it is amazing. Look around, do look around. You've not got time now, but do. $44.95. Now you might think, oh gosh, that's quite a chunk. It's a sapphire. It's 15 carats of sapphire in this. Glowing, shimmering sapphire. You might think, oh, quite a lot. That's quite a bit of money. You don't see this that often. How upset would you be if you got some gemstones home and you thought, oh, do you know what they'd look brilliant with? Orange sapphire, these sunset tones, these gorgeous glistening that you get on this. $44.95 is brilliant. We've got people holding on the lines. We have very, very low number on this, okay? Do get in. Don't forget we have got the 30-day back guarantee. If you get it home and think, oh, maybe not. Oh, it's gorgeous. Ooh, Baroque cultured pearls. Wowzers. Now, if you have a little look, if you are new to Jewellery Maker, the Baroque basically means that they have got a flat side, so they're not completely circular. So if I move some of these, you'll be able to see there that they have. Now, the great thing about this, people are going to know that they're real. You know, sometimes you can go into your department stores, your local shops, and you can get the plasticky, dare I say, looking pearls, which can be really expensive. These, people are going to know these are natural. People are going to know that these are the real deal because of their shape. I also really like them because the way that they are flat, they're gonna rest really nicely against the skin. You're not gonna get that roll around that you do get. Now, you can see now on screen, look at those colours. They have got really high quality shine. And do you know what I love about them as well? The colour and the pearlescence on these, it always makes me think of Diesel. It's got those beautiful purples, reds, oranges, and obviously your blues in there. These are absolutely gorgeous. Now, we are low in stock on these. These are 10 by 9 mil, so not small at all. Here comes your price. £11.95. Wow. Think about a pearl necklace that you would buy. How much are you going to be paying? Think about it. A few hundred? Easily. Easily. You can't, it doesn't even compare at all. Jewellery Maker, once again, smashing it out of the park, doing a beautiful job. You are going to be able to put 1 or 2 pieces. You've got drop earrings. Oh, I've got so many people on the phones. I really hope I'm going to have enough to go around of these. I genuinely do, because I think pearls are one of those things that everybody should have in their collection. It really is. There's kind of quite an emotive feeling I get when I'm with pearls, because you know, they are for the younger girl. Pearls are often something that, you know, you might acquire when you're in your teens or even in your early 20s, but it's also something that's going to stay with you. They're absolutely beautiful. I am really low in stock in these. I'm so sorry, and I'm not surprised. Please do hang on the phones for those, because they're beautiful. Whoa. Tiger's eye. In case you didn't know. These are, I love Tiger's Eye because it's a really easy one to remember. It really does just say it. Look at these. They've got the tiger stripes. You've got all these little inclusions that are just really there, and they just break it up. You've got these zones. Look at that shimmer on that when you look. And it really does just shout Tiger Eye at you, doesn't it? When you move them, you can see, if you look at this one near my finger, you can see that flash that you get across the gemstone. And that flash you get is called photoyancy. And you're getting that on every single one of these pieces. It's something that you don't get with all of your gems, but your Tiger's Eye, you can't even keep away from it. It really is a phenomenon, and your Tiger's Eye is, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Those chocolates, those caramels, it almost looks like you could eat them. They're that delectable and delicious. They are gorgeous and good sizing again on these. These are 690 carats. We're coming in with the price here. Whoa, whoa, my face, what, really? $9.95 on these. Now, the size of these, like I was saying, they're huge. They're sort of 16 mil. Just one of these, you could do a bit of wire work around it, and that could be your centerpiece. Just one of these. How many have I got? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 for less than a tenner? How? Congratulations to everyone who has got these. I think these are mesmerising. They are. You kind of get lost in a tiger's eye. I love them. Congrats, people who did get them. Oh, so cold. Hematite. Wow. Look at them. This is your stunning hematite here. You've got a long strand of this. I don't even have to describe how amazing these colours are, really. Just look at them. Just look. You've got ultraviolet. And you've got your electric blues. Now, we do have other gemstones that are coated, but when you put it on hematite, the coating, it's so much more vivid. You really look at it. You can't get away from that. And it just reflects beautifully. These are 10 mil rounds, 460 carats. You don't need a lot of these in your design because they stand out that much. Now, what I would do, you could go a bit crazy and you could mix these with, actually from the kit we had earlier, you could mix them with some of your rose quartz because they're quite similar in size. But you could also, just putting it out there, go crazy. You could put it with the rainbow shells as well for a really pow in your face look. These are beautiful. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. You're not going to see these a lot in pieces because, you know, you do have to be brave. These are a look at me piece, aren't they? You're not going to have these on a piece of jewellery and it's going to get ignored. You're going to be even more excited when you see the price. $8.95! That's my $8.95 dance. That is brilliant. Wow, heavy as well. Tell you what, the weight on these, absolutely brilliant. £8.95. I can't believe that. That's amazing. For all the colours you're getting in there, you're probably getting a colour per penny. There's that many. £8.95 for these. We are low in stock. They are flying out the door. Do give us a call in for them. It is AJJK21 if you want these beauties. And who wouldn't? Come on. They're absolutely stunning. I love them. Now, let me just shimmy out what we're... I'm going to go into the drawer now. We have got... Ooh! How beautiful is this? This is your multicoloured garnet. It's, well, just look at them. You've got your different sizes here. You have got your, they are the graduated sizes, and you've got the plain drops. They're from 4x3 all the way up to 12x7 mil. And you've got an 18 centimetre strand here. They really are squeezed into this strand as well. We've not given you spacers to space them out and make it look like there's more. They are squeezed in because, as you can see, they are drilled right near the top, which means that they're sort of almost spilling onto each other. We've got that many on here. This makes me think of a sort of autumnal afternoon. You know, when you've got the leaves that have just fallen off the trees and they've still got a bit of that greenness to them, and then you've got the browns of the ones that have been there drying out for a while. It almost makes you feel a bit crispy underfoot. It's really gorgeous, so autumnal. But also you have actually, when you look at the end ones here especially, you've got some yellows in there too. You have got some of the yellows in there. Wow, what a beautiful set of colours. I could imagine these, obviously, because of the shape of them and because of the way they are drilled, really easily you could sort of bundle these together and make them into a flower shape and maybe pop that onto one design, maybe the suede that we were working with earlier on. And I really, well, I'm fascinated by these because look at how different they all look, okay? They're all the same, but they look so different. And the great thing about this, you know, I'm a massively creative person. I'm crafting all the time. And I love products like this because you are getting a lot on here. No matter what your theme might be, you might have a theme that's, you know, bright and light. You've got that in the yellows. You might have a theme that's kind of a bit more of a dusky evening time. Not a problem, you've got the dark greens in there. You've got so many on here for different projects that you can do whatever you want, especially because it's only $9.95. And you get the tassels. I love the tassels. I want them for like my card making or on for the side of my candles. I love them. But they're free. $9.95 for all of these, and they're all so different. And I love as well, you can't properly see this, I'm sorry, but you will when you get them home. They've got kind of grassy tones inside them, and it almost looks like strands of grass running through each of them. And they really do. Obviously the greens, you've got the emeralds look. I'm gonna have to leave that one there. Now, we've got one more to go before our showstopper. Ta-da! These. You're getting all 3 of these in one pack. Look at that, it fits my head. These are your stands for your beautiful pieces. Now, if you are a jewellery maker that maybe goes to your fairs at the weekend, or if you sell online, these are an essential, as you'll know. You need them to take your photographs on to make them look special. You know that if you take a picture of your beautiful created piece of work just on a tabletop, it doesn't make it look professional. Let's be honest, it doesn't, because it looks like you've just made it in your living room, which you probably have, but on here, it just steps it up that little bit. These are great to take photos on for your website, great to take along to the stalls, and they're also really nice, actually. If you just want to show your jewellery off around your house, maybe you don't sell it on, maybe you just love making pieces for friends and family, maybe just for yourself. Display your work. Imagine these, let me put them in order. On a shelf, in your living room, maybe even in your bedroom, with some of your best designs. That in itself is an art piece, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a new type of canvas, okay? Be different to everyone else. Have these. So many people are buying these already, and you know why? We don't get them in that often. £9.95. Wow, that's less than £10 for, like I said, an art piece. And it is. Put your creations on here. You've got a work of art there instantly. And another great thing, because of the colour, okay, it's going to go in any room. It's going to go on any stand, and it's going to look beautiful. Crazy low amount on that. And what have we got coming up now? It's only a showstopper. Showstopper. I'm so excited I get to show this. Genuinely, really excited. I'm hiding it here. It's gorgeous. You're going to drop when you see these. Tanzanite. Honestly, Tanzanite as a showstopper. Blue. Look at these dreamy, dreamy blue colours. You've got your blues, your purples and your pinks in here. Now, tanzanite, for those of you who are new to the channel, it is rare. It is only found in one place, at the very foothills of Kilimanjaro. Just that one place. That's where everyone gets them from. Made massive by Tiffany. They kind of discovered them and used them a lot. But thankfully, Tiffany do not have the hold on these anymore, so I am able to bring you these beauties. I found this fact out today, and I am amazed by this fact, okay? Tanzanite is 1,000 times rarer than diamond. Isn't that crazy? 1,000 times rarer than diamond. This hasn't been around that long compared to other diamonds, other gems that have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Relatively new, this one. And literally, although it's only been around a short time, I'm talking about 50 years, because it's only been around and discovered really recently, for it to get itself into the top 5, I'm talking about your diamonds, your sapphires, your rubies, your emeralds, it's just shot up into the top 5. Now, the other gems, like your diamonds and your rubies, they've had years and years to get their name up there. Centuries, millennia to get their name up there. Tanzanite walks in, probably a bit cocky, I don't know why, and just says, get me in the top 5. Bang, there, top 5. No longer the top 4 because of this beauty. And I'm not surprised. Hand faceted these are. So these are all individually hand faceted. The amount of work that goes into it is crazy. Trust me, I've seen them do it. It is insane. You've got your drop shapes here, and these are 10 by 6 mil, all the way down to 6 by 3 mil. You've got an 8 centimeter strand of these, 60 carats. 60 carats. That's beautiful. The colours that you're getting here are so rich. They're beautiful. They're kind of, the way the light separates them is wonderful. But one thing I do love about them is the way that in some, you might not be able to see, you've got these flecks of very dark blue. And it's kind of zoned off a little bit. But they're absolutely beautiful. They make me think of the seaside almost. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you know what this tanzanite in particular would be lovely for? Brides. And I'll tell you why. It could be, obviously it's crazy, crazy precious. As soon as the bride hears tanzanite, she's gonna know that, you know, this is a piece not to be messed with. But also it's something blue, isn't it? So it could be there for traditional purposes. You could tie this in wonderfully, especially with your winter coming up. Icicles. A lot of people are appreciating this gemstone. If you are in the queue, that just goes to show you know how amazing this piece is. We've got limited stock. It's going to be more limited once you see the price. Here it is. $24.95 for 60 carats of tanzanite. $24.95. Take 2 of these, any 2, okay? Measure them with your gauge that you got free in the kit before. Earrings, you only need 2, okay? You're going to be able to see tanzanite earrings, just 1 droplet each, easily £25 for a pair in your high street shops. Easily. So, all you have to do is sell, let's pick 2. All you have to do is sell these 2 at the end. Just these 2, I'll hide them, these 2. This is profit. This bit here, I'm hiding the bit that you've sold off, that's brilliant, you've made your money back. All of this is profit. That's crazy. Another gorgeous thing about tanzanite is not only its rarity, but it is that people know it. When you give someone tanzanite for Christmas, wow, it's going to be aghast, isn't it? Everyone knows the name. We do have some exquisite gems that are quite unusual, that perhaps people who aren't gem connoisseurs, they might not have heard of the name. You know its value, but they might not. You're not going to have that problem with tanzanite. You don't have to sit explaining how, you know, amazing the piece is. They will just know. We're going to have to leave this piece here, but honestly, if you are on the phones, stay on the line. Don't hang up. We're not going to have loads of these left, okay? They are a one generational piece. So I love that. Stay on the phone line. It's a free phone number. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got a text to read out. Wow. Mrs. Lee from Kent. Hello, nice to see you, Mrs. Lee. Welcome, Becky, to our family. Oh, and good evening, Sarah. You are doing a great job, Becky. Oh, if you're a little nervous, it's not showing. And I hope to see lots more of you on JM. Love and best wishes, Kiss. Oh, I love that. I am pretty nervous, I won't lie. I think I managed to hold the gem straight enough though. That's so, so kind of you. I'm so happy to be part of the family, and I will be joining you a lot more very, very soon. Ed, sorry though, Ed's coming back. What a cheek. He's in the room, he's scowling. Ed is coming back now. Thank you genuinely so much for joining me. We are gonna go to a little break. See you soon.
It was here almost 650 years ago in Amir, where King Jai Singh first laid the foundations that was to become one of the world's most famous walled cities, Jaipur. The city of Jaipur, commonly known as the Pink City, is now taking centre stage for gemstone cutting and trading. It's here in the bursting heart of the walled city that our gems of distinction strands are cut, faceted and polished. So, how do you get a pile of tourmaline that looks like this into a gorgeous strand that looks like this? So when you've got a pile of tourmaline like this, it's going to be made into gemstone beads. First of all, each one of these gemstones need to be inspected. A line is then drawn down the middle of the gemstone or wherever the gem is going to be faceted, and it's then taken behind us and then faceted into these rough gem shapes. Once each gemstone has been cut into the amount of pieces it needs to be, it's then time to shape the gemstones. These gentlemen are working on anything from a round to a pear shape, pretty much any cut imaginable. The next process is polishing and faceting, and this takes a huge amount of skill. It can take years for a lapidress to be able to facet like this, and each one of the gemstones can take up to 10 minutes to cut. A really lengthy but incredible process. The next stage of the process is really interesting. This is where each one of the gemstones is drilled, and what Sanjay's doing here is putting a drill through faceted beads of black tourmaline. The next stage after drilling is then to get the gemstones sorted into their appropriate colours and sizes. This can be a really, really lengthy process. Once the gemstones are sorted into different colours and sizes, they're then arranged into these strands and made into strands like this. Now each one of these gemstones could have gone through a 30 to 40 minute process to arrive on a strand like this. It's really quite incredible. If there's one thing that my time in India has taught me, it's the hours of dedicated time that goes into making each one of the gemstones we sell on Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back to the Late Show on Jewellery Maker. I think we should all have a little collective round of applause for Becky. Hard to believe it's her first time on air. She was brilliant. I'm sure you'll all agree. So Becky will be with us a lot more often now, so I hope you all get to know her and befriend her. So, I'm not having her outdoing me on the deal front though. You know me, I'm a competitive man, and the bundler's a competitive lady. She likes to outdo herself. So the deals she's offering you in the last hour, she's going to be trying to better in this hour. Fortunately, that's my hour. So, I should let you know that in just 20 minutes time, roughly, we're going to have our next showstopper, and it is the Lazy Daisy. Now, am I right in saying we did this another time that I was on air with you, Deanna? Is that right? Did we do a little? It was Laura who was on air a Friday night, and we did a short demo with it. Do we have the ability to do a short demo again with Sarah this evening? We do. That's good news. So, we have the amazing product, the amazing bundle, the incredible price, and we're also going to offer you a little bit of an insight into how you use the Lazy Daisy this evening with a short demo from Sarah. So that is what we're all about here at Jewellery Maker. We take all of the most sought after crafting products on the planet, we become your one-stop shop for them, and then we have expert designers here to show us how to use them. What more could you ask for? How about a free phone number? We can arrange for one of those. 0800 644 655. Thank you very much. Sarah's become a glamorous assistant now. How about with your first order, we offer you free tutorage via these an hour's worth of all the basic techniques you'll need to get started with jewellery making. Knotting elastic, getting a clasp, attaching a clasp, all the basics you need to get going, all on these. So we'll send that out with your first order, and 1 P&P per day of just £2.95. So as soon as you make an order, you can add as much jewellery making equipment to it as you can possibly want. Save on that postage by ordering everything in one day for just £2.95. Now, I failed miserably at my opening hour challenge, which was to get through 30 auctions. I didn't do a very good job of that. I just got too into the gemstones we were selling, that's what it was. But I've got so much stuff to fit into the second half of the show that we are going to be going like the clappers tonight. So, without further ado, let's get going with our first shop-opportunity. Are we going in number 1? Number 2. Here we go then. Faceted rounds, everybody's favourite. That faceting adds the sparkle you need. Ooh. A sort of opaque gemstone. And we've got a little gremlin in our graphics. Here they come. The graphics are coming in. What's going on in there, the bundler? Ben was trying to mime something to me. Ben, come out here and show people what you were miming to me. Show them the mime and see if you get what they were. Because I was waiting for the graphics to come in. And Ben, what were you doing? And what did you mean by this?
Moonstone.
Moonstone. I'm going to have to get a lot better at that. I felt like I was scuba diving for a minute there. Scuba diving? Scuba diving. Scuba diving's what the ladies on the workshop do when they're trying to get into the bead bins to get the best gemstones for their scoops in the shop. That's scuba diving. Okay, without further ado, 160 carats of moonstone in 8mm faceted rounds. The code you need is MNGP63. Let's get the price in if the graphics will allow that this evening. What is going on? There's a gremlin living in those graphics, I believe. Well, here comes the price, $6.95. Okay, I think that maybe the gremlin just doesn't like the price that we're offering. The code you need is MNGP63 if you want to add these incredible faceted rounds to your order for just $6.95, but they are a low stock opportunity tonight, so make sure you're dialing up quick, or if you are watching online, just click to buy now, but ensure that you close your basket as quickly as possible to avoid disappointment. Okay, we're going to move on from those ones. Congratulations, everybody who's added those to your order. My apologies for the slight gremlin in the system. Are we going on to number 3? Yes, and we've got these multi-coloured pearls. They've got a sort of pear shape drop to them and very earthy colours, perfect for the upcoming season, as we've discussed. You know, as we get into the autumnal season and the winter period, maybe people start to wear more earthy tones, more muted colours, and these would be perfect. I mean, you could just restring those, you know, when you've got your big cardigan on, your Ugg boots, a little pearl necklace to accessorise, you're laughing. ABGP23 is the code you need if you want to add these pear-shaped cultured pearls, which are 9x8mm in size for $12.95. Wow. When you consider it could take up to 3 years to culture a pearl to the size of 9mm, and then the bundler comes along and offers you them for £12.95, but only for the first to act, because these are a low stock opportunity. So the quicker you get on the phone line, the quicker you'll avoid disappointment. 0800 644 655 is our free phone number, and don't forget, just 1 P&P a day. We're going to leave those ones with you because they're very, very popular, and move on to number 4. Ooh, Mystic Coloured Carnelian. Now, the last time I saw this, it was already a limited stock opportunity, so I'm imagining we're dealing with like single figure availability here. We've got 95 carats of Mystic Coloured Carnelian. What that means is that these gemstones, they're a natural gemstone, been lab tested to ensure that you're getting top quality carnelian, but then, as I say, there's no problem with adding to Mother Nature's beauty. And what we've done here is we've given them this mystic coating, and it is bringing out those tangerine colours, those golden hues. Absolutely perfect this is going to be. And again, it's going to work so perfectly in your autumnal designs. CARU01 is the code you need for 95 carats of Mystic Carnelian this evening. They are in irregular shapes, and here comes your price, just £6.95. We're not going to have many of these left by the end of this evening, just £6.95. I can see that being a sellout opportunity tonight. Please make sure, if you like the look of these, I'll tell you what else, these would look good in your party pieces. If you're creating your Christmas party set already, look at that. Golden sparkle from your Mystic Carnelian. Absolutely exquisite strand of gemstones, but just £6.95 this evening, so miss it, miss out. Make sure you're dialing the free phone number if you want to add that strand to your order for £6.95. Now, we've got one of the finest strands of peridot I've ever seen on this channel. The quality of the colour in this gemstone is ridiculous. Look at that, it's lime green. Absolutely perfect, it's almost glowing. 35 carats of peridot. Again, graduated, irregular plain ovals. Just means that they range in size from 4x3 to 7x5, but they're not a uniform shape. They're mostly a sort of marquise type shape, but they've just got that irregular cut to them. Just makes everybody realise they are dealing with real gemstones. That is the beauty of an organic cut like this. The code you need is PRSF43. If you want to add these, we can't move on till we've given everybody a price. I thought we were going to move on before we'd offered you your price, just £6.95. Even the producer's knocked back by that peridot. She scheduled it. £6.95. She knew it was too good a deal. She didn't want to bring it on screen. That's what it was, really. She knows. She knows it's too low for what she's offering there. 35 carats of peridot for just £6.95. It is another low stock opportunity, so if you want to make that yours, make sure you're dialing the free phone number. I'm going to leave that one with you. I'm going to go back to these incredible multi-coloured sapphire drops. That's right, I said it. And to be honest, when you see them, they're called shaded pink sapphires, but when you see some of them and you realise that these are pink corundum, you'll realise that many of these are borderline ruby. Sapphires and rubies are the exact same gemstone. They have the same chemical properties, the same makeup. They're known as corundum within the gemological world. And it's really a judgment call when a pink sapphire becomes a red ruby. Now, many of these are, such as these ones here, they're like, you know, your Barbie pink, you know, your candy pink tones there. But if you move along a little bit, just a few more stones, look at this. Look at the colour of that gemstone there. It's almost a ruby red tone. This is a collector's choice strand. These are very, very dainty gems of distinction sapphires. They're cut into faceted drops, 3x2 to 5x3. The largest is 5x3. You don't want to use a lot of these in your designs, unless, of course, you have got a very high-end commission, maybe one of your most regular buyers, somebody who's returned to you time and time again because they love your bespoke designs. Then you might want to use a full strand on somebody like that, because they're probably going to understand the value of what you're offering them. Otherwise, you want to use them sparingly. It's a low stock opportunity tonight for $29.95, but when I say low stock, I mean it. These have been one of the most popular strands of sapphire we've actually stocked here at Jewellery Maker. When you consider the micro-faceting, the work the lapidarist has put in to dealing with one of the big four, OWGZ84, if you want to add this exquisite sapphire to your order this evening for just $29.95. Don't let it pass you by and then be disappointed. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee. Get this home and confirm everything I have said to you about this strand. You will not be disappointed, I assure you. Congratulations if you've added that to your collection. Where are we going to, sorry? Number 12. Ooh. Multicoloured agate. Oh, multicoloured crackled agate, I should say. Carved into beautiful butterflies. We spoke earlier about how the organic shapes that Mother Nature inspires can be so popular at the craft fairs or with your customers, or even if you're just making jewellery to give as presents. It's always nice to offer people something with a little bit extra character, a little bit of something that, you know, it speaks to them, it has something to say. And look at these beautiful butterflies. I mean, the banding on that, look at that. Incredibly organic look from the gemstone, but then you've got this sort of shape that everyone's going to be familiar with, that butterfly style carving. Okay, you're getting over 300 carats of multicoloured crackled agate. The beauty of that crackling within the agate is the texture and character it offers the gemstone itself. It's another low stock opportunity at just £7.95. Again, when you consider how labour intensive it is for the lapidarist to cut and carve these beautiful agates into those butterfly shapes, adding so much character to your designs. The code you need is FHGP50. And they range in size from 25x18 to 26x19. So to be honest, pretty standardised sizing there. You're not going to see the difference of millimetre there. Just £7.95. We're going to have to leave that one with you because it's flying out the door so quickly. Ooh, now earlier on in the opening hour of the show, I was able to bring to you one of the big four in the form of nuggets, and actually offered you emerald for under £10. I didn't think I was going to be able to match that this evening, but now I've got this exquisite strand of ruby nuggets. Another of the big four. 300 carats of ruby small nuggets. Again, when you're dealing with gemstones, you want people to know that they are genuine gemstones, and this organic cut of the nuggets offers you that. Nobody is going to mistake these for synthetic glass beads. They're going to know you've worked with genuine gemstones, and when you tell them, oh yeah, I just picked up 300 carats of ruby, don't tell them the price because they won't believe it. The code you need is PRSF50. It's another low stock opportunity. I'm sorry, but that's how we roll on the Late Show. $16.95 for ruby, 300 carats of small ruby nuggets. They range in size from 3x2mm to 8x3mm. This is an 82 centimetre strand. Can you imagine how many gemstones you're getting for that price? Look at the length of this. Absolutely huge. Nearly a meter's worth of gemstones. And not any old gemstone. Ruby. 300 carats for $16.95. Imagine what you can pay for 3 carats of ruby in a piece of jewellery. 300 carats, just $16.95. Number 10. Multicoloured moonstone. This particular strand is cut into our most popular cut at the moment. Top drilled drops. So easy to create sets of beautiful jewellery from this cut. And then, as if that wasn't enough, these are all faceted to perfection. Getting a real sparkle from these gemstones. Also, the fact that they're multicoloured means that you've got a gemstone for every possible design. You've got these feminine pink tones here. Then you've got your tangerine, darker orange shades. But then you move into these opaque, almost icy white, dolphin grey colours. An absolutely spectacular strand this evening. The code you need is EDRU73. Hey, it's almost like that's a question to me. And the answer is no. Ed, are you 73? 60 carats of multicoloured moonstone, graduated faceted drops for just $7.95 this evening. Don't ask me how we do it. I've already told you it's all thanks to our loyal customer base. You have given us the buying power we need to source beautiful gemstones like moonstone and price them this competitively. Just $7.95 for 60 carats of faceted moonstone. The code you need is EDRU73. Make it yours this evening. Don't miss out. We're going to have to leave that one with you and move on to our next. Oh, unlucky for some, but not for you guys. Number 13, beautiful blue coloured quartz, faceted drops, again top drilled. It's very easy to create a pendant and earring set from these, but also I think they also lend themselves to other, I mean you could use these as butterfly wings for example, or the petals of a flower. 140 carats, blue coloured coated quartz. When they say coated, they have got that sort of a sort of opaque sparkle to them. Very interesting look there. They range in size from 10mm to 18mm. Wow, that largest one. Very impressive size. JB, RU86, and we are going to offer you a price slash. These are going to sell out this evening. Should be $14.95, but not this evening until 9 PM. Don't forget, all our price slashes will return to their original price at 9 PM. Just $9.95 for 140 carats of blue colour coated quartz in our most popular shape with this fantastic faceting on the surface. I mean, look at that. You can't really see it because of the studio lights, but when I look down, I'm actually getting flashes of pink and purple, but I'm not sure that's coming across on screen. The code you need is JBRU86 at just $9.95, but they're only available at that price while stocks last or until 9 PM, at which point they will return to $14.95. So if you want to get these home, make sure you act now and take advantage of your 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get them home and you don't fall in love with them, then you can send them back. Completely quibble-free money-back guarantee. I very much doubt that anyone is going to be disappointed at getting these gemstones for just $9.95. Congratulations, all the people flying in on the phone lines. That is the way to do it. Ooh, can we do these, number 14? No. I'm being told no. Should we offer a findings deal then? Oh. Okay. Yes, I think everyone's going to like the look of these. I've said a few bits and bobs about the party season that is quickly approaching. I know nobody likes to hear it, but we're nearly in October. And by the time you get to the 1st of December, you pretty much need to have everything sorted out, don't you? Because it's just mayhem. As soon as you open the first door in your advent calendar, that's right, I still have an advent calendar, you know that you haven't really got any time left to plan. So, in the next 8 weeks, you need to get everything sorted out. And I know you crafters, you like to be organised. FJRU77 is the code you need tonight to add 85 carats of coated tiger's eye, beautiful, opulent gold colour. These are 7mm rounds, so they're going to be perfect in your evening designs. Perfect for those party pieces. And that colour, exquisite. Here comes your price this evening. It is a very low stock opportunity. FJRU77, 85 carats of tiger's eye for just $6.95. Those are going to be a sellout this evening. You need to act now if you want to make those yours. The number you need to dial is 0800 644 655. You can, of course, click to buy now on the website, but I would act now. Because if you want to make those yours, you are in a dog fight with everyone else. Or should I say a big cat fight with everyone else, because these are absolutely exquisite. 85 carats of tiger's eye, coated rounds, for just $6.95. They're flying out the door. I'm going to have to leave those ones with you because it's time we stop the show. Okay, I've just heard some very interesting news about our showstoppers. Now, if this is the first time you've joined us and you're thinking, who's that guy? I'm Ed. We've also been joined by new presenter Becky this evening. It's a very exciting night here on Jewellery Maker, especially as we have the expert that is Sarah Elvin with us. Oh, hello. Hello, got a little flash of my hands there just before we got to see you. Now, Sarah is a very experienced jewellery maker, very experienced crafter, and she is able to demonstrate many different mediums within our Jewellery Maker ensemble of disciplines. That's what I'm calling it, the ensemble of disciplines. Now, thanks Bev. Thank you. Now, that means that we can offer you an incredible bundle like this that displays a different technique that you can create different looks with, and we can even get our expert to show you how to use them. So you don't need to be worried, and besides, as part of the bundle, you're getting a tutorial DVD. These are the best value on the market. Just $4.95 for an hour of tuition within your chosen discipline. Of course, on this occasion, it is the Viking knit, which is what you can achieve using the Lazy Daisy. Now, if you take the price you'd usually pay for the tool itself, the Lazy Daisy, and the DVD, that is the price you're going to be paying for this entire bundle. This could only be the work of the bundler. Because on top of that, you are also going to get 100 meters of 0.4mm gauge wire. That's the gauge of wire that you want to be using within your Lazy Daisy. And you're also getting this very, very feminine strand of 90 carats of rose quartz. They're plain round, 6mm, very popular strand actually. We don't really have too much trouble shifting our rose quartz. A, it's some of the best quality you could ever hope to find, and actually, maybe it's not a colour that everybody would expect to go well together, but look how well those work together. The antique bronze and the feminine tones of the pink really, really work extremely well together. The bundler's on form this evening. She's offering amazing savings and she's putting these incredible colours together. She's actually dancing in celebration. So, you get 100 meters of 0.4 gauge antique bronze coloured wire, probably one of our most popular reels of wire at the moment. You get your 6mm plain rounds of your rose quartz. You get an hour's tuition DVD on using the Viking knit, which will also give you all the hints and tips you need, along with some serious design inspiration in the form of a number of projects that you can achieve using the techniques. And then you get the incredibly versatile and useful tool that is the Lazy Daisy Viking knit. So, the code you need is AJGC85. Does anybody not understand the premise here? We've got a free phone number, we offer amazing savings. When you watch The Late Show, as soon as you see something you like, start dialing. Dial now, put yourself at the front of the queue. Please don't miss out umming and ahhing, because you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. Here comes your incredible price this evening. You are making a huge saving, $39.95. Am I right in saying this usually costs $34.95? This usually costs $34.95. This usually costs $4.95. So you're effectively getting your wire and your gemstones for free. And as if that wasn't enough, as if the saving wasn't enough on its own, we're also now going to go over, join Sarah over, and she's now going to teach you how to use it. You can. Sorry, I was hanging around. I wasn't sure whether it was time. I know that wasn't my hand. I realised that, but I wasn't sure whether you wanted me to move yet. My apologies. Sorry, Sarah. You all right?
I'm fine.
Are you having an exciting show?
I am. I'm loving my challenge and loving working with the new...
You've met Becky?
Yeah, I've been working with
You're the
Becky.
first person to work with Becky.
I know. She's
now
brilliant.
You've been lumbered with me again. Nightmare. So, I was actually, the last time I was on air with Laura Bynum, we did do a brief demo on this, and I started to get my head around it, and I'm sure others at home did, but sometimes new disciplines, new tools can be a little bit intimidating.
It's a great tool. The instructions are brilliant, but if you've got the DVD as well, to me, having somebody in my living room showing me hands-on how to do something is the best thing. But
and if you can start and stop them, that's all the better.
But if you're a written instruction person, the written instructions inside are fabulous. You don't need, and they're all inside there.
I'll just
nice
give everybody
little pictures.
a little insight because they are really
so you've got everything you need.
Comprehensive, actually, aren't they?
So you've got all the instructions to the pictures, and you just follow them down, and it tells you which figure you're looking at down the side here.
Look at that.
And it tells you how to add on extra thread. It tells you how to start off the Lazy Daisy, and it tells you how to do the stitch itself.
And even visual.
Everything
prompts
in there.
for each
very
of those.
Easy.
So yes, very, very easy to get your head around, but even easier if you give us a hand showing us now, and then we get the DVD.
Okay, so just so everyone knows what you're getting inside your pack, you get your little travel case. Yeah, it's a nifty bright colour so you don't lose it.
Nice.
You get your drawer plate, which you will use after you've made your Viking weave. And what you'll do is you'll go from the biggest up to wherever you want your weave to be. Sometimes you won't be able to go any smaller because you're using a higher gauge
That's
wire.
the bit that Laura Bynum let me have a go at last time.
And this really is what finishes off your work. It smooths all the weave out and it makes it soft and flexible. You have a conditioning cloth. Once you've got the weave done, you roll your weave in here and it conditions it before it goes through the drawer plate. And you've got a little gizmo coiling rod. This allows you
mini
to
gizmo.
mini one. And it allows you to make little decorative cones and caps for your work to hide the wires at the end. And you even get a little pair of snips in there to snip off any wires if you need to get in there really nice and close. So that's what you get inside your kit.
Perfect.
Plus you get all your instructions. Okay, so what I did is I followed the
And of
instructions.
course you do get this implement,
This
which is the main
really
bit.
important bit. Forgot. Sorry, it's been a long day.
No, that's good.
You get the actual Lazy Daisy itself. Now I've started this and I just literally follow the instructions and it tells you to make loops inside here just to start it off. And you can choose, as you can see, you've got 6 little holes in there. You can choose whether you want to have 6 loops, 5 loops or 4 loops.
Okay.
So that choice is completely up to you and the instructions tell you how to loop that on. And I just use the instructions tonight because I'm not a Lazy Daisy person. I think I've used it once or twice before. Okay.
That just goes to show how easy it is to pick it up and have a go.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if I turn it upside down, that might be the easiest way. Can you see I've got a ridge of sort of loops coming down my Lazy Daisy mandrel. Now, it's not very neat, but you don't have to panic. If first one's not very neat, your drawer plate will sort it out for you.
They'll sort it out for you.
Yes.
That's the beauty of the tool, isn't it?
And what you do is you take your wire and you take it to the right, if you're right-handed, and then you feed it from the right to the left underneath. You'll see where the wires cross over. If I tip that right up, can you see those wires are just crossing there?
Yeah.
And I've literally taken that wire underneath that little loop. Now, if you do get stuck and these are too tight, there is a little pin in the kit, but I don't know where the one is for me for this one. I couldn't find it, but there is a little pin that comes in the kit which will allow you...
There is, I've seen it. It's almost like a little drawing pin, isn't it?
It is, and it'll allow you to lift that up. If you can't find that, your bead reamer will do.
Do you want me to get the bead reamer?
Yeah, there we go. So you can just go in under there and lift that up so you can get your wire underneath if it's a little too tight, okay?
Okay.
And what you do is you take your wire under, form a loop, come round, back towards the left, and you pull that wire to form the next loop. So if I hold that, can you see my next loop is just formed? So it's just come round and round up there. Then you twist your mandrel, so you're twisting it towards your left hand.
Right.
And you do exactly the same. So you go under that loop, that cross. If I hold it up a little more, you might be able to see. And you pull your wire from the right to the left, and you literally make another loop.
Yep.
Like so.
It's just like knitting.
It
when
is.
You do create
It's
threads,
very similar.
rows.
It's that repetitive move. It's like any weave. It's just a repetitive move, and you get quite quick at it. So it just goes under there, over there.
Looks quite therapeutic, actually.
It is, it is. And once you get to where you want to finish, I'll just quickly show you. I won't have a huge amount of weave made, but I'll show you anyway. Is you can take this part off at the top, and you can just snip those off.
Loops, don't you? Yeah.
So you just snip those little loops with your. You just snip those off. Careful not to snip your first row.
Oh no.
Okay, so let's snip those off.
I've done that before, you know. I've threaded the whole of a bead and then I've snipped the wrong bit and just lost all the beads, so do be careful.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go through those petal shapes, and you're just going to take your wire just to literally go through those petal shapes and catch them all. So I've just literally gone through all the petal shapes at the end with a piece of wire, just to catch them all. And then I'm just going to take this off.
Ah, yes,
now
okay.
I have got a little piece of wire stuck in the middle there. That's it.
I see.
It will come off. Just
cheeky little monkey.
Oh, I know. It's where I added some extra wire in.
Ah,
so it's
I see.
Gone through there.
And again, it shows you on the instructions how to do that, doesn't it? Just to add in extra wire.
Come on, you. He doesn't want to play.
Doesn't want to play with you.
I know. It's because I've got lots of little wires tucked in there. There we go. There we go. It should come off now. There we go. So I've got my little tiny bit of Viking weave.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is literally going to use these wires at the end, and I'm going to take it through my drawer plates. But first of all, don't lose any of your bits. Nice clean workspace.
Oh yes.
All the bits on the floor. The cleaners must hate us in here.
Okay.
So all we're going to do is literally just give it a little roll. Just a little tiny roll. And that's all you need to do with your conditioning cloth. And that just allows those little wires to sort themselves out and get nice and smooth to go through the drawer plate.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to take, I'll just take these two ends, and you're going to take it through from the biggest to the smallest. Now it might seem a bit silly, because you know the full well it's going to go straight through that one. But then you go through the next one. And if you go straight through that one, you go through the next one. And you keep going until you find the one where there is a little bit of resistance. There we go, got a little bit of resistance on that one. So we do it again until we get no more resistance. We want that to go through nice and smoothly. And then we can take it to the next one. And that's why you use the wires on the end, because they're what allows you to pull it through. So do that again.
And that
one.
sort of caged weave is becoming more and more uniformed in size and shape.
It is. It's becoming much more of a weave and much more. So if I show you now, you see it's actually lengthened, and it's actually pulled all those links a little bit closer to each other and actually drawn them out. And it's a very small piece. Let me see if I can put my hand behind it. There we go. Okay, so you can see it's a very small piece.
Totally, you can see exactly the effect you're going to be able to achieve.
A bit more practice, and I will be brilliant at it.
Well, it looks, you've made it look pretty easy to me.
As a beginner, your first few may not be as neat and tidy as you'd like, but you'll learn your tension, and you'll get loads and loads and loads of tips from Laura on the DVD.
Yes.
She's going to make your life so much easier. She's going to teach you how to add those extra wires in and hide them away and make your work look really neat and tidy. How to make it with 2 different coloured wires and how to cage beads inside your weave.
Amazing.
As well.
I was just thinking that, just looking at it makes you want to put a gemstone inside there, doesn't it?
So what you would do is if you're going to cage the beads inside, you would put those in afterwards.
The rose quartz would look so beautiful.
Yeah, especially with
inside.
this wire, this antique colour.
Yeah, I didn't even think of those colours until I saw them together. You can see how well they work together. Thank you so much for demoing that, because I know, like, you know, it's not particularly your
not my forte,
field of expertise, but just goes to show how easy it is.
Because jewellery making should be fun, it should be easy to do, and having the tool, that makes your life so much easier. Without the tool, you're going to be struggling trying to work out how to do it and trying to find something to do it on, and then you're not going to have a drawer plate and you're not going to have a conditioning cloth.
You've got to invest now.
You've got to have
and
the
especially at this price, because you're getting the wire and the gemstones for free effectively this evening. But the most important thing is the tool and the DVD, because they're what you need. That's everything you get with this bundle. Congratulations everybody who has just added another string to their bow and taken up the Lazy Daisy Viking knit. Thank you so much, Sarah, for demonstrating that for us. I'm going to have to go back in the middle because we've got lots of beautiful findings deals to offer you now. And I'm excited because I know how the bundler rolls. She doesn't mess around with pricing. She's a very competitive lady, is our Deanna. And she likes to outdo the other producers. Oh, taking it low, have you? I'm going lower. That's how she often reacts. So, we're going to try and get through as many findings opportunities as we can before we catch up with Sarah and her challenge. We've already interrupted you. How many times have we interrupted you? Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Now, don't forget what I've said. Whatever your favourite gemstone is, don't worry about that, because when it comes to findings, they are essential. And as Sarah's rightly just said, you know, the beauty of learning and practicing and experimenting with jewellery making is that you will get your finish bigger and better each time you practice something. Now, once you are an established jewellery maker who is happy with the finish they can create each time, you're going to want to use high-end findings to lift your designs to the next level. Here, we're looking at gold-plated 925 sterling silver. These are drop detailed shepherd's hooks. When they say detailed, they have this little plate of gold-plated silver on there, just to add some real opulence to your designs. These are a low stock offer, and here comes your incredible price. Just £7.95. And you get 5 pairs. These are 20mm in size. The code you need is IVGP20. Very, very popular. Excuse me. Very popular. Just hiccuped. Just hiccuped then. Sorry, and I even moved when I did it, like a child would. IVGP20 is the code you need to add 5 pairs of gold-plated silver shepherd's hooks to your order this evening. We're going to have to leave those ones with you. We've got loads of findings offers to get through. Number 17. Ooh, rose gold, plated 95 sterling silver. Now, just for anybody who's not aware, 925 sterling silver means that you're dealing with 92.5% pure sterling silver. On top of that, we've given these a rose gold plating. Absolutely the most perfect look for the autumn season. That rose gold, that warmth that you get from rose gold, you still can be content that you're using semi-precious metal because it's plated 925 sterling silver. And these are clamshell beads, so these are exactly what we're talking about when we discuss giving things the right finish, that high-end finish. These can be used to cover up your crimp beads, but they also have a loop on the end, so you can incorporate them into designs using maybe a piece of monofilament. You can include gemstones. The possibilities are endless. USGP15 is your code. Whoop, see, I told you I'm rubbish with tweezers. They're in just £9.95 when you consider what you're getting. You get 80 pieces, no, 50 pieces, sorry, I can't read. 50 of your rose gold plated 95 sterling silver clamshell beads. Feels quite heavy, that package. That's quite heavy. I think you might be getting a decent gram weight of silver there for just £9.95. And when you consider you've got that rose gold plating as well. USGP15 is the code you need to add these to your order for just £9.95. We're going to move on. Number 19. Ooh. Now these are detailed. Oh, I've ripped the bag. I'm so excited to get inside. Here we go. Oh. Never been on screen before. Ooh, I like the rope style detail. I'm going to look a little bit nautical. But again, when you can see that your silverwork has had the finish put on it, this detailing, that shows everybody that you are working on that higher level, that you are offering that high-end finish. The code you need is PVTM76. These are 925 sterling silver twisted double rope effect spacers. So these are used to just take your design to that next level. You get 10 in total, 7mm in size, but they are very low in stock this evening. Never been on the show before. Here comes your price. £8.95. These are sterling silver findings we're offering you for under £10. We're crazy. These are the kind of wholesale opportunities we offer you here at Jewellery Maker. These are handcrafted pieces of silverwork brought to you from the Chandy collection and available to you today at £8.95, but they are low in stock, and the reason for that is that the Chandy collection is commissioned in small batches because they are very, very labour intensive in order for us to source. So they come through in small batches and then we are able to get some more. Who knows when we'll have our next delivery of this particular finding. They are flying out the door this evening. Congratulations if you've added those to your order. Wow. Now, we've been talking about the sterling silver finish and how delicate and high-end it looks. What if you want a huge in-your-face style look? A very funky finish to your designs. Look at the size of this lobster claw clasp. Or perhaps if you are creating more of a masculine look, maybe you want more of a sort of heavy duty finish, if you like, to your pieces. These are absolutely huge. They're 25 by 15 by 5mm. Perfect for maybe if you're creating a bag charm. Sarah's nodding at me about that one. I think I've hit on what you'd use them for. How about there, Sarah?
Yeah, they're great for bag charms. They're great for, you know, my kids have got this thing about having things hanging off their school bags.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually when I saw it, because I see all the school kids.
Really great if you're into braiding, because they're a good size clasp. So if you want to braid a key ring, or you want to just do any of that sort of braiding work, you need a chunkier sort of look to go with that. Also, as you say, a very masculine sort of look if you want to use a clasp on those braided pieces for a masculine piece. Because sometimes, you know, the clasps, the heart-shaped ones and things, they're not quite right, are they? No,
definitely not. It's not the finish you're going for on your more masculine jewellery, but this sort of heavy duty, and also because it's steel
it's got
as well,
it's
got that
more masculine feel about it as well.
I think so.
It's great for sort of kids things as well, because they've not always got the dexterity to open and close a small clasp, so they may be able to open and close that.
Yeah.
So if you're making a children's piece of jewellery,
or when they decide that they're giving it to their best friend to keep for the night or what have you, they can actually get it off their bag. So the code you need is ZJMJ13, and here comes your price. You get 10 in total for just £6.95, but these are very low in stock. I mean, we do have a lot of jewellery makers who themselves have their own dexterity problems, so it may be easier for you to work with clasps of this size. Absolutely ticking the box for you. ZJMJ13, 10 of those for £6.95. Congratulations if you've added those to your order. Right, now we go. Ooh, gold-plated sterling silver. So probably the highest standard of metalwork we offer here on Jewellery Maker. And this time we've got your jump rings to offer you. Now the code you need is QFGP06. I'm trying to put, oh yeah, look at that. Tweezer work, getting better. I'm getting better, guys. Rose gold-plated sterling silver jump rings. These are open jump rings, so very, very easy to work with. Just, I know how to open them up. I've been watching all my demos. They're 5mm in size. You get 50 in total. QF GP06. These are a low stock opportunity, and here comes your price. Just $6.95 this evening. What are you up to in there, producer Deanna? What are you up to? Last of stock opportunity on QF GP06. These are rose gold plated sterling silver jump rings. If you are dealing with high-end commissions leading into the Christmas period, you need to be using rose gold plated sterling silver findings and offering your customers that level of opulence within their designs. They're only going to come back for more if you create a beautiful piece for them. Okay, we're going to leave those ones with you, and we're going to move on to number 20. Now, these are, they may be from the Chandi range, are they? Chandi range. That is a range of silver that we have started importing from our Indian buying office. They are created in, look at that, did you see that tweezer work? I am on fire. Shouldn't be so hard to pick someone up with a pair of tweezers, should it? TITM34 is the code you need here, and again, it's the level of detailing these have been given, but also these have actually been oxidized, and you can see the finish that that creates. Very, very popular finish within metalwork. You see it a lot on vintage designs, and we've managed to source metalwork of this style. It says just a mini spacer, but it almost has a floral feel to me because the little beads on the extremities of it almost feel like little petals. 925 sterling silver with that easy for me to say, oxidized finish. These are mini spacers. They're approximately 6mm in size, and you do get 25 in total. Again, they're from the Chandi range, so they are a limited edition commission. Here comes the price, just $7.95. Please don't be one of the few that misses out. Act now. There is a free phone number here on Jewellery Maker, or you can buy online. Click to buy now on JewelleryMaker.com and add those to your basket. TITM34, act now while stocks last. Just $7.95 this evening. Absolutely exquisite finding. Where are we moving to now then? Oh, it's only showstopper time. Okay, now this is a double showstopper, but you're going to want both. So as soon as you've ordered the first one, write down the code for the second, because you're going to want that as well. And they're brother and sister anyway. Check these out. It's basically a his and hers strand of pearls. They are going to be sold as individual strands, but I have to show you them together because that electric blue and that fuchsia coloured strand of cultured pearls, I mean, you've got to have both. They work so perfectly together. Or how disappointed are you going to be when you get home, for example, the electric blue, and think, oh, I wish I'd ordered the other ones as well now. Don't be one of the few who's disappointed. Make sure you add both to your order this evening. Now, there's a reason we've been given the opportunity to launch these ridiculously coloured pearls this evening. The colours are phenomenal. Normally, when it comes to pearls, it's all about the size, because we do not grade pearls using carat weights like we would traditionally with gemstones. We go by size and roundness. Now here, you've got an organic shape to these pearls. They haven't been cultured to be perfect rounds, but if they were perfect rounds, they'd be classed as luxurious pearls at that size, 8mm pearls. And you'd be expecting to pay like treble figures for a perfect round pearl at 8mm rounds. These haven't been cultured to be perfect rounds. They've been cultured to give you that organic look. Nobody's going to think that that you've been working with faux pearls when they see the organic look of these. Then they're going to be taken aback by the colour. Now, we're going to start by offering you the midnight blue culture pearls. It says midnight blue, and I can see where they're coming from because with a little bit of shading, you can see the depth of colour. But to be quite honest with you, They are electric blue. They're neon apatite blue. The code you need if you want to add these cultured pearls to your order tonight is GEGP78. I have no idea what price producer Deanna has decided to launch these at, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a launch price when product manager Hannah Roxbury sees these tomorrow. Here comes your incredible price this evening, just $11.95. These are 8mm cultured pearls in this absolutely exquisite electric blue colour. It's called Midnight Blue cultured pearl, but I just want you to get an idea of how vibrant the blue is, and when you see it in the flesh, you will be excited. You will not be disappointed when you get these cultured pearls home. 8 by 7 millimeters, absolutely amazing. I can't think of a design you couldn't incorporate these into. And the beauty of pearls is they span the generations. I was looking at a picture of my daughter's Holy Communion from earlier in the year, and we bought her a pearl drop pendant to wear. When I looked at the picture, her auntie, standing next to her, is wearing a pearl necklace, and my mother, her grandmother, is wearing a pearl necklace in the actual picture. So every single generation of women in my family, in one picture, wearing a pearl. That just goes to show that they're perfect for contemporary looks, particularly in this colour, but also you could incorporate these with white pearls and create a really classic look. Okay, so we're going to switch the graphics to the purple. No difference. These two are 7 by 8. I'm not sure what colour they're going to come up as, actually. They're just called purple, but they do have a sort of electric purple feel to them, if you like. So to reuse that word, but they just have this vibrancy about the colour of pearl. Look at that pearlescence, is absolutely amazing. For once, the studio light's actually doing them a favour, because you can see that these aren't faux pearls, that they are the real McCoy. HJGP75 is the code you need for these purple cultured pearls, 8 by 7 mil in size, exactly the same spec as your blue ones, only the colour is different. Here comes your price this evening. Also $11.95. Price matching there on your purple and your midnight blue cultured pearls. I don't know how we managed to wangle those for the late show this evening, but they are your showstopper opportunity. HAGP75, and if you can't quite remember the code, don't worry, speak to the call centre. They will be well aware of the code for the electric blue pearls, because there are so many of you stacking up on the lines. It will be ingrained in their minds when you get through to them. If you want to add both of those to your order, you are more than willing to do so. You are more than free to do so, and our call centre will be more than willing to accommodate that order. HAGP75 is the code you need to add these beautiful and exquisite purple cultured pearls to your order today for just $11.95. Those are perfect. Sarah, have they knocked your socks off?
They're gorgeous. I just think they would look beautiful if you put them with some real blush amethyst.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was just thinking they'd go really well with your outfit this evening, because it's very amethyst-esque.
They would. I mean, you know, there's such a beautiful tone.
Can we go to? Can I just walk here and just show how they look on some of Sarah's outfit?
It's the second time I've been dressed today.
Look at that. Beautiful on your decolletage. Yeah. Works so well with amethyst, like you said.
Yeah, and there's clear quartz, and and that beading thread as well. You know, it will work with all of those beautifully.
Oh, yes, they are absolutely beautiful. And Sarah, what a great model. There you go. So if you want to add either the blue or the purple, make sure you're dialing up now, because the phone lines have been very, very busy. I'm going to leave those ones with you. Don't go away, because in the final hour, I've got my best deals.
Are you looking to create bespoke bridal jewellery? Then come and join guest designer Sheila on our bridal workshop. Sheila will guide you through how to design stunning accessories, including techniques using headbands, hair combs and tiaras. The full course includes a selection of hair combs and headbands, a selection of findings and wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a trip to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 6444 655.
Join guest designer Cherry Green and learn the art of using anodised aluminium. This introductory DVD will guide you through step-by-step instructions on how to design colourful and contemporary jewellery, including the dyeing process, how to create texture and patterns, shaping, stamping and much more. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through numerous techniques for creating flowers and leaves, from simple daisy canes to elaborate floral pieces. If you're looking to create unique handmade jewellery, then this is the course for you. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, and all for just $67.95. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you. If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Welcome back to the Late Show here on Jewellery Maker. My name is Ed. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I think Sarah is finally entering her final hour of the day. Had enough, haven't you, Sarah, now?
It's been quite a long day, but it's been a really enjoyable day, so I wouldn't have changed anything.
It's always exciting when you're creating pieces live, and especially when we're throwing challenges at you.
Yeah.
We are going to go and check out what Sarah has created for us as part of her challenge within this hour. This is the final hour of the show, and I'll be honest with you, I've been a bit lazy-daisy. I haven't got through enough shopportunities in this show, and we're already 5 minutes into the final hour of the show, so we're going to have to be going quite quickly in this hour to make sure I offer you the right number of deals. Now, the final offer of the evening will be some of the finest quality garnet I've seen this year on Jewellery Maker. Now, it looks quite dark there with my skin tone behind it and within this studio, but when you get some natural daylight behind that, you have got a beautiful, I would describe it as a cranberry red colour looking from here, or a Merlot type colour maybe on some of them. Oh, there's a lot of gas, there's a gas from every corner of the studio there. I think it's been a long day for a lot of people. People starting to think about what they're going to do when they get home maybe. Don't worry about that, they're not going anywhere until we've done the night out. This evening is your amazing opportunity to own January's Birthstone Garnet. Now, I've been talking a lot about getting ready for your Christmas craft fairs. Some people are done. Some people are ready. I'll be honest, this is the most organised I've ever been. I've got most of my Christmas presents.
I'm jealous.
Sorted. Haven't paid for them all, but I've ordered them all. That's half the battle.
It is.
Now I just got to earn all the money. Now, on top of that, we've got these beautiful garnets. Now, as I say, maybe you're sorted for your Christmas craft fairs and you're starting to think about January's birthdays. If so, this is the strand for you. If not, these would be an amazing gemstone to incorporate into your festive designs. And I've got the most festive of all coloured wires being price slashed in this hour. But before any of that, we have to offer you a huge 10-strand bundle. This is your chance to really take advantage of Jewellery Maker's wholesale opportunities. And don't forget, when you tune in to watch me on the Late Show, if you buy bigger bundles, you get better value. Nobody's impressed. Now, this is a very limited edition bundle. There is only, I'm just going to tell you, there's only 30 available. 30 lucky people are going to make a huge saving on a 10-strand bundle. Now, what you're essentially getting here is a whole stash of gemstones for what I would call a ridiculous saving. Low stock super saver, that's what it's called. The clue's in the title. Let me take you through exactly what you're going to get. If you want to put yourself in the running to be one of the lucky 30, start dialing the free phone number now and add it to your order. You can always put the phone down, but I doubt you're going to be disappointed with this price. For a start, you've got these black agates, 3mm round, perfect for your beady beads. And there they are. Plain rounds, 28 carat to black agate. That's very precise of them. Then you've got this white magnesite, plain rounds, 4.5mm, almost has a howlite feel to it. So it's got that pencil grey banding through it. You've got your blue quartzite faceted rounds, 20 carats, 3mm rounds. They all work really, really nicely together actually. You've got these huge, funky, puffy coins of multicoloured magnesite. They're 25mm puffy coins and you get 600 carats. And then as if that funkiness wasn't enough, you've then got these hot pink magnesite nuggets. I've managed to grab a few extra strands here, so I'm just gonna, I didn't quite mean to pick up every strand on there. I wasn't supposed to. I've incorporated another bundle in there and I've got it tangled up. I've done so well. There we go. Which other one is not part of this bundle? These pearls that I've just snapped and put everywhere. I'll see you later. Right, we'll try again. So where were we? We've got the black agate, the white magnesite, the blue quartzite, these huge puffy coins of magnesite, 25mm rounds. Then you've got your hot pink magnesite nuggets. You've got your purple coloured quartz, plain round, 6mm in size. It's quite a long strand as well. Then you've got your peach adventurine, again, plain rounds, very easy to work with. Peach adventurine, 100 carats, those again are 6mm rounds. You've got, oh wow, didn't realise we had this mineral as part of this bundle. Cream coloured coral flat coins, 6mm rounds. Very, very, very difficult to source coral. We only buy ethically sourced coral, and that's not always easy to come by. We have managed to get it for you in this bundle. Cream coral flat coins, 6mm rounds. Now, check this out. Just to give you that really organic look. Botswana agate, long nuggets ranging in size from 16x7 to 23x6mm. You're getting 300 carats of Botswana agate there. And you don't have to use all these together. These are just, this is a stash building bundle. I would personally use the coral and the Botswana agate together because I think the colours really suit and they both have that organic feel to them. Now, the final one is these picture jasper faceted rounds. Again, they would work really well with those three together actually, really earthy tones. Perfect for your autumnal designs. 65 carats of picture jasper, 6mm faceted rounds. Now, You can see everything you're going to get there. Huge bundle of gemstones. The code you need is RRGC78 because here comes your low stock super saving price of just $19.95. That's less than £2 a strand. I said it, less than £2 a strand. If you've just bought, say, 1 or 2 jewellery making kits and you've created sets of jewellery out of it and you're thinking, I really want to take it to another level, I want to challenge myself, I want to have more gemstones to work with, this is the bundle for you, because not only will you get an array of gemstones to work with, an array of colours, an array of shapes and sizes, but you'll get them all for less than £2 a strand. So you've got a perfect stash for less than £20. Can you imagine how excited you're going to be when you get 10 strands of gemstones coming through your door for $19.95? And as I say, lots of these work together. Those blues and purples. I love these 3 together. These are the 3 that are really speaking to me right now. Look at those. Can you see those together? The Botswana agate, the picture jasper, and the cream coloured coral. Such an organic. We've actually got single figures left now of this bundle, so if you do want to be part of it, you need to act now. We've got 6 available, 24 have flown out the door. I told you at the start we only had 30 of these. RRGC78. I mean, those, look at those. Those are so perfect for kids' jewellery. That's the way I'm looking. I know that lots of people could incorporate those into designs. I've seen how talented many of our jewellery makers are, but to me, if I showed those to my daughter, I know there'd be stretchy bracelets being made that night. They're just so funky. And then, actually, I'll tell you another thing. These ones to go with it. Or, if you want to create sort of a funky look, but you still want it to be wearable, maybe, you know, an everyday piece. Look at that, the purple quartz along with the hot pink magnesite. Okay, we're going to have to leave that one with you. There's maybe 1 or 2 left, but congratulations everybody on the phone line. You've just grabbed yourself 10 strands for under £20. What more can I say? Well done, the bundler. She just said, I'm not the bundler. I never said I was the bundler. Producer Deanna's put that bundle together for us. Congratulations if you made it yours. Now, I also mentioned that we were going to offer you a price slash on this wire. It's 100 meters of 0.8mm gauge wire. Absolutely perfect for your festive designs, although I have noticed that if you're trying to create a color blocking feel to your designs, a really rich vivid red like this would work so well against some of our other tones of wire. The code you need here is PNZX78. 0.8mm, very versatile gauge, perfect for structural work and for detailing. Maybe a little bit of weaving, or might be able to, is it a little bit too dense for that?
It's a little bit, you know, it would be really hard on the fingers.
Tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so more to do with detailing or structural work for your 0.8.
Definitely great for doing all your rosary links, through your gemstones. It's got that real good structure to it. But these are great. This is great if you don't want the vivid red. Great tip for you is if you're doing things like the gizmo work, put the baby pink with it.
And it
or
just
the silver,
tones the colour
and it just tones it right down. So if you do the
good.
2-wire gizmo, it just takes that brightness away, and you get a different colour tone. And you don't actually see the 2 different coloured wires from a distance. You just see a different colour.
Ah, brilliant!
It's really great to work with.
There you go. That's a top tip. Designer said. The other thing is, don't you use 0.8mm to make your own findings? Is that right?
Yeah, everything apart from your earring hooks, because it's just a
They
little
won't go
thick
through
for
the
the piercing. Yes.
Sure. Okay. But you can make eye pins, head pins.
Eye
with
pins,
them?
head pins. You can make your own clasps. Great if you put a bead on the end of those clasps just to tone in with everything you're making. Use the beads that you've made in the piece of jewellery. For making all those links, for making your own swirls. If you've got the wags wide cones.
Oh yeah, the wags white cone, yeah.
Yep, you're brilliant for that. So you can make your own cones to fit on the end of your...
Possibilities are endless then, really, what you can achieve with 0.8mm gauge. And we are going to give you an incredible slash. Should be, and normally is, $24.95, but until 9 PM, that's only 40 minutes away. We are going to price slash it down to $14.95. Okay, I was told under 20. I just assumed it was going to be £19.95. We're actually giving you a £10 saving, and you know what that means? You can add something else to your order. Especially if you're investing in this tonight and you've now got an open order, you might as well take advantage of the 1 P&P offer, just £2.95 a day. If you've ordered that, and if you are a wire worker, why aren't you ordering that? You've got to take advantage of these wholesale opportunities. That is a huge price slash. 100 metres of red coloured copper wire in your 0.8mm gauge for just £14.95. If you've actually just bought maybe the Findings DVD, why not get hold of that now? That's it. Imagine how many findings you can make with 100 metres of wire. You're never going to buy a head pin again. Perfect. PNZX78 available at £14.95, but only until 9 PM. Congratulations if you're on the phone line. That is a deal. Where are we moving to? Number 10 the box, and that is this spectacular strand of lemon quartz. Really subtle, zesty feel, but this is a low stock opportunity. This is a Gems of Distinction strand. The code you need is ZESF86. 45 carats of lemon quartz here. They're graduated puffy coins, so they do range in size. From the smallest is 6mm up to the largest, which is 11mm. That huge one in the centre there, 11mm. 45 carats of Gems of Distinction strand, but very low in stock. Here comes your price tag this evening, just £12.95, and we are getting busier and busier this evening. In the last half an hour, we are trying to fit in as many shop opportunities as we possibly can. We're going to have to leave that one with you. Congratulations if you're on the phone line. Ooh. Beautiful sunstone. No, not bicones, are they? These are just little rondelles. They do look like sunstone. No, they're not really. I'm not too sure if they're definitely classified as bicones. We may have the wrong strand here. Let's have a look at them. Is it there? Are those going to be bicones? Are they? Is that the one? Okay, my apologies. Just wanted to make sure. I can see that they do have a sort of defined edge on some of them, but they're quite an organic looking bicone strand. If that is the case, I'd almost call them irregular rondelles rather than bicones.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure, but you can see exactly what you're going to get because that organic feel. The beauty of your sunstone is that they have this very definite feminine colour, but then they have these copper inclusions within them that give you that little, they almost tell a little story. Here we go, DJSF73 is the code you need if you want to own this strand for £6.95. Wasn't expecting that one. 45 carats of sunstone available tonight for £6.95. Congratulations, everybody's piling on the phone line. It is getting seriously busy this evening. We're going to have to leave that one with you and move on. Number 12. Oh, wow. One of the most difficult gemstones on the planet to get hold of. You can only mine for this gemstone 2 months out of the year. We find this gemstone in some of the coldest climates on the planet. In Siberia. Not a nice place to go in the winter months. Very cold, but the beauty of that area is that we are able to source this gemstone. It almost looks like kryptonite. It has this inner glow. It's coloured by chromium, and that's where we get this chrome dioxide name from. And look at the colour you're getting. In fact, another strand that would be perfect in your festive designs because you've got that really vivid forest green colour. But, to be honest, if you are able to offer your customers chrome dioxide, they know exactly what level you're working on. Here comes your price this evening, just £16.95. Now I can tell from that price that on the day these were launched, the producer's been pushing as far as they can. They've got every possible pound off for you there. 65 carats of chrome dioxide in these graduated rondelles ranging in size from 3x1 to 7x3, and they're available today for £16.95, but only while stocks last. I think this might be a last of stock opportunity. We're going to have to leave them with you because they are so short in stock. Congratulations if you have got hold of them. Number 14. Wow. Incredible shape. We don't see this shape very often. You've got this rainbow obsidian here. Oh, it's black obsidian on this occasion. Mind you, I can see lots of different colours coming up. Now, again, this is a gemstone that's not going to be done many favours by all the light sources in the studio. You really need one light source and you need to be able to really investigate it yourself. Don't worry, we offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee here at Jewellery Maker, so you will have the opportunity to get these home and see them, because when I'm looking down, I can see purple flashes. I can see beautiful vivid greens coming from the surfaces, and it's the faceting on the surface of these octagons that's allowing me to see that. On your screen they're going to look just jet black, I would have thought. You need to get them home and have a look at them. Over 350 carats of black obsidian, 80mm octagons for just $7.95. Great price, but that's what we do here at Jewellery Maker. There's no point in me getting shocked anymore. The Late Show offers the best possible deals. Our incredible buying power allows us to stock some of the most sought after gemstones at these crazy, crazy prices. So congratulations if you got hold of that. We've got these beautiful blue apatite nuggets next. Now, again, the nugget feel allows you to offer genuine gemstones and allows you to let your customers know it, because they have this organic, irregular shape to them, but you cannot deny that Mother Nature is responsible for that colour. They're almost neon apatite. They are, in fact, blue apatite. 280 carats here within this huge strand. Small nuggets ranging in size from 4x3 to 12x6. They're a low stock opportunity, and I'm not surprised when you see the quality of these. For $6.95, you will be blown away. You just need to dial the free phone number. They're getting very excited in the gallery about these. They're all yelling, $6.95! EVGP48. Things are going crackers here tonight. Things are going crackers. We've met the beautiful Becky. She's already in part of the family. She's ingratiated into the family now. That's it. She's a made girl. She's one of us. And as if that wasn't enough, we've had amazing tutorials from Sarah Elvin, and now I'm able to offer you gemstones like chrome dioxide, like blue apatite for just $6.95. Make sure you are getting, they're all yelling $6.95, $6.95. Right. Oh wow, if you got either of the strands of pearls that we offered as our showstopper at 8 o'clock, make sure you're dialing 0800 644 655 right now, because I have got Keshi pearls in the exact same shade of purple that I offered you at the top of the hour. The code you need is IGGP60. These are 13x8mm, but they do have that organic shape to them. But they do actually, they are quite quite uniformed in shape actually, and I'll tell you what they are perfect for. You could use those as petals or leaves in designs, couldn't you? IGGP60 is the code you need. Here comes your price this evening. $9.95 for Keshi pearls. Now they're all yelling $9.95. This is becoming quite off-putting. IGGP60 is the code you need to add Keshi pearls to your design and your order for $9.95. They're going crazy about the prices in there. Stop yelling the prices at me. I know you're excited. We're all excited. That's what we're like here at Jewellery Maker. It's a madhouse. And you have joined the madhouse. You've entered. And now you have to take advantage of these incredible deals. Keshi pearls for less than £10. IGGP60, just $9.95, but only available while stocks last. We're going to leave those ones with you and move on to another shop opportunity. Where are we going to now? Another showstopper. Welcome back to Jewellery Maker, and it is time for our final showstopper of the evening. Following this, we've only got the night owl to look forward to, but don't worry, that's some of the greatest quality garnet I've ever seen on my channel. But before that, we've got a showstopper here. Now, the showstoppers are generally the producer's chance to bundle some really, really popular products together and offer you an incredible saving. This particular bundle is so large it won't fit in one box. She's had to put it in 2 boxes. It could only be the work of the bundler. Now, it's a cord bundle. There is so much cord. Got it coming out my ear holes. Not literally, obviously. Now, this incredible deluxe gemstone scoop. This is what we've discussed, is the way we're looking at them now is if you want to give yourself a designer challenge. Because you don't know exactly what you're going to get, you don't know what sizes, shapes you're going to get. I can give you an idea of the gemstones you're going to get, because inside here you can see beautiful smoky quartz, National Gemstone of Scotland, representing. Smoky quartz, carnelian, clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, labradorite. You can see all of those gemstones within this beautiful scoop. And I have actually seen we have actually strung one of these up, and it was about 3 meters long or something. So you do get a lot of bang for your buck inside our deluxe gem selections. If I can put the lid back on, which I have managed to. There you go. You get that deluxe gem selection. On top of that, you get all of these suede cords. This is the natural pack, is that right? Of suede cords. 10 meters inside your natural suede cord pack. Then you get 40 meters of wax cord, because you've got your purple, your blue, your forest green, and your, what's that classified as? What? That's not silver. Yeah, that's because that's not the wax cord. I can't see. But then I thought it would all be in the same size of real. Sorry, there you go. So sorry, I can't see anymore. That's going to be a problem. They're definitely the wax cords, aren't they?
No, they're leather.
Oh, they're the leather cords.
The bigger wheels are the leather cords.
I am losing it. Right, we'll try this again. Oh, I can see the wax cords now. Yes, here we are, here we are. Goodness me, Ed. You basically get 4 reels of each. I've got it now. That's not wax either. Oh yeah, the white. Is the white a wax cord? I've got that one. I've got that one. That's what I thought. She was throwing me a curveball. It was the white. Right. So when your wax cords, you've got your white, your blue, your purple, and your silver. You can tell I'm a pro these days, can't you, Sarah? You can see I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so those are your wax cords, those are your suede cords. We've dealt with those now, at last. Then we've got your leather cords here. My apologies for making a mistake there. You've got your forest green, your blue, your amethyst colour, and your natural earthy tone there in your leather cord. There we go. And on top of that, you've got your satin cord. You've got that in your baby pink, your forest green, your purple, and your black. Oop. And so in total, how many meters of cord are you getting? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 meters of cord. Now, if you are into your macrame, your beading techniques, your kumihimo, your French knitting, anything else? Have I missed any out there? All of your braiding techniques. Yep. And the beauty of braiding techniques, things like that, is that you can do them then and there.
Yes.
So you could offer that as a bespoke service at your craft fairs.
Indeed. I mean, as well, you know, you can also, if you're using these to hold pendants,
yes,
gemstone pendants, you can make up, with your cord endings, you can make up bespoke neck pieces for people. If they buy a pendant, say they bought an amethyst wire wrap pendant, they may want a matching amethyst coloured necklace.
So you could just create,
so you could use your leather cord,
your leather
you could
cord.
offer the satin cord, or the wax cord there. It's got sort of a purpley colour in it. Yep. So you could offer, and you can then make it to length for them there
Wow.
and then.
So you can offer bespoke services at your craft fairs. That's just going to give you a little edge on the competition, perhaps. Okay, the code for this is AFGC74. I know how popular these threading materials can be. We are not messing around this time. If you want to get involved, you need to be dialing now. Look how much there is. It's more than I can fit on the desk. 100 meters of different cords, but they're different materials, different finishes and different colours. You've also got your gem selection here. There's nothing holding you back now. At just $14.95, the code you need is AFGC74. Please don't miss out and be disappointed. Make a point of adding this to your order, particularly if you've already got an open order today. Take advantage of our 1P&P offer, just $2.95 a day. If you've already made an order and you love your braiding techniques or your macrame techniques, any of the threading materials that you love using are going to feature in this, because you've got your leather cord, your wax cord, your satin cord and your suede cord all in one bundle, a variety of colours, and you've got over 100 meters along with this extremely versatile selection of gemstones for just $14.95. Congratulations everybody who's piling in on the phone line. But I'm going to have to leave that one with you because it is time now. We'll have to move that to the side, but you're still going to be able to see it because there's so much in it. AFGC74 is the code you need, and it's time for me now to offer you the second kit of the evening. Now this is the kit that we were going to challenge Sarah live with it, but Deanna and I had to do a little masterclass at 2 PM this evening. Shrink plastic with Linda. In that time, Ms. Elvin, she half-inched it.
I only made the creamy hemo braid. That's all I did, though. Didn't do
Yeah,
anything else.
right. Yeah, right. I'm not so worried about, you know, what you did practically, but you got those creative juices flowing so early today, didn't you? Mind you, you have been on both shows. Am I right in saying that?
I think sometimes, you know, when you see a kit, it takes a while for you just to get an idea, but actually it's not until I sit with the gemstones on a beading tray, on a beading mat, that it actually comes to me. So while I was sitting upstairs, yes, I did the braid, because I was keeping myself busy, really.
Sure.
But I didn't do any of the beading or anything else. I literally just made the braid itself. So
to be honest, I was only messing around. It's probably, you know, most people aren't going to get the kit and have exactly 3.5 hours to work with it.
It's all about kit. I couldn't help myself.
Well, I don't blame you, because the colours are exquisite. Yeah. The producer's not having this, you know. She says, all I can hear is excuses. Don't be robbing your kit, your challenge kit early, she says. No. We're only messing around. The more inspiration we can offer you here at Jewellery Maker, the better. Now, I don't think you're going to need that much inspiration. Of course, Sarah's designs are going to offer you that, but when you see how perfectly this kit in particular has been put together, you're going to get your own creative ideas. Like Sarah says, as soon as you sit down with your bead board, you put the gemstones out, we often find that the gemstones start to dictate our creativity anyway. Because when you see things like this that have so much character to them. Ben, what exactly are you doing, mate? I heard the warning in my ear, Ben, you better not drop all of them. The next thing, he just dropped cords everywhere. There's cords all over the studio now. If you don't mind,
I'm sorry.
Let's have a bit of focus. We're trying to launch our fruit cocktail jewellery kit. The code you need is CFGC28. I'm going to offer you a chance to have a look at the strands first, because I know that everyone's aware, or a lot of our regular buyers are aware of the findings. But a lot of the web buyers snap up the kit before the phone buyers. So let's show you exactly what you get from your gemstones, and then that can help you to inform your decision. You get this incredible, it says green and red, I want to call it watermelon printed shower shells, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. 35 by 25 mil, real feature slabs of your shell ovals. Then you've got your fuchsia shell wheels, They range in size from 6x1mm to 6x6mm. You've got your tiny little green adventurines. These are just 3mm, perfect for your beady beads. I know everybody's really sort of, people get enamoured by that beady bead technique when they first start jewellery making. It's just one of those things, it creates such a beautiful look, everybody wants to have a go at that, and then of course they struggle to get hold of 3mm beads. They're not always easy to get hold of, but you are getting a strand of them in this kit. So if you just start jewellery making and you love that technique, this could be a kit for you to get hold of. Now, that looks like peridot, but it's actually green quartz. 60 carats of green quartz, apple green. So vivid, and look how well these strands work together. Somebody was obviously up in the middle of the night when all these strands got released so they could create this kit. Absolutely taken aback. I'll tell you what, these are called faceted rounds, and that is appropriate because normally we have a sort of bicone name for things that look like this, but these have that extra faceted edge to them. They're almost star cut. It's more like a star cut. The producer just said that at the same time as me, so that's why I know we're on the same page. We know the score. Now, that's not all you get in this kit, as if that wasn't enough. The whole point of our jewellery making kits is that we offer you everything you need to get started with the hobby. Now, we're offering you your 4 strands of gemstones, but on top of that, we're also offering you your threading materials this evening, but not any old threading materials. We've got your beading thread, but we've got it in that dusky pink colour, 50 metres. We've got your monofilament, and we've got your elastic, but we've got it in this baby pink colour. On top of that, you've also got your satin cords in baby pink and white, and you've got your ribbons available this evening as part of this kit. You've got your fuchsia coloured, trying to get away from us there, your baby pink, and it says sherbet coloured, sort of violet coloured ribbon there. And then on top of that, you've also got your 98 antique bronze coloured copper findings. Easy for me to say. Soon I'll learn how to speak, and this TV presenting will be so much easier. You get there a metre of chain. You get your head pins, your eye pins, your shepherd's hooks, your toggle clasps, your jump rings, your crimp beads, your Henrietta clasp, and we're going to have to bring the pricing because they're flying out so quickly on the web. CFGC28 for $17.95, and I'll even do you a special offer. I always say this when I'm on. If it's your first ever order and you're going to be receiving these, have a go at jewellery making. If you just can't get your head around it, you think, actually, this hobby's not for me, first of all, I'll be astounded. And secondly, send it back anyway. Even if you've had a go, if you've opened it up and had a go at jewellery making, it's your first time buying a kit, have a go, see how you get on with the hobby, and if you're not absolutely addicted after your first try, which most people I meet are, but if you're not, you can still send it back. You can take advantage of that 30-day money-back guarantee. Make tonight the night that you start your new hobby. CFGC28 is the fruit cocktail jewellery kit, quite an appropriate name actually, and it's available for just $17.95. Lots of people flying in on the free phone number, and I don't blame them. We are going to go over to Sarah and see what she's created. She's had a little bit longer than usual, but we'll let her off, especially when we look at how exquisite her designs are this evening. I mean, is this sort of free wire work?
It's all freehand, apart from the base, which where the 3 gemstones are attached, and I actually made the petal shapes on my wire work jig, on the deluxe jig.
I see.
But everything else is just free flowing, and it just sits beautifully. Very weird and wacky, but I love pieces of jewellery like that.
Yeah, something different.
Especially if you've got some gemstones that have got really nice bright colours in. It can actually, the jewellery can make the outfit.
Totally.
And if you just put a black jumper on and you put that on, it doesn't matter, because your black jumper will go with everything. That jewellery is going to make you stand out from everybody else. No one else is going to have a piece like that. And even if somebody was to make it again, it wouldn't look the same.
No, totally. Well, that's the beauty of it. But I mean, every single element of this kit works together or on its own. I mean, you look at the kumihime you've done there, But
Yes.
the cords themselves, the pink, the white.
So that's the pink ribbon and the white satin cord and a slightly different Kamihimo braid. You can see it's slightly undulate, so it's got a twisted sort of look. So it's a slightly different braid.
And you can see how those lime green quartz just sit so perfectly with the pink and the whites. All the colours just work together.
And that piece is just using the kit completely, so I've not added anything to it. I've added a little bit of wire here and there elsewhere, but that one's just using the
Just
purely
using things
the
out
kit.
of the kit.
Yeah.
CFGC28 is the code you need if you want to be one of the lucky few now to add fruit cocktail to your order for just $17.95. It's been an extremely popular kit. Not surprised with the price, but now that we see these exquisite designs, you can see exactly how far it's going to go.
And that one's just a little more understated, a little more sort of traditional, but taking the asymmetric route.
There you go. No, it was just
it's just
on your clasp there. There you go.
And it's just a little bit more asymmetric, but just a more, because you're using those antique bronze findings, it tones it down just a little bit.
Gives it almost a vintage feel, doesn't it, the antique bronze?
And I think that's quite nice to have that. And then, of course, we can't not have hair combs.
Love hair combs. Everybody
love
loves hair combs. But this one really shows how those green quartz and those fuchsia pinks work together.
And it was just nature inspired, you know, the green quartz sort of making the leaf formations, and the pink there just sort of highlighting and sort of little, if you were looking in a field,
A little field of flowers. That's what I was thinking when I saw it. Oh, well, there you go. You definitely nailed your own brief, because that's exactly what I was thinking when I saw it. Well, all I can say is thank you so much for joining us all day, Sarah, and these designs are amazing.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely taken about you by your talent. So congratulations. There we go. We're going to leave that one with you now, that kit, because it's flying out the door so quickly. If you do want to be one of the lucky few to join it, you will be joining a short queue on the line. The code you need is CFGC28, and you can add that kit to your order for $17.95, but act now or you may be disappointed. Okay, so I'll leave that one with you. Where are we going on to, sorry? Oh, miss it, miss out strands, I like it. Starting with number 17. Huge slabs of rose quartz. Oh, hold on one second, let me move that here so that I can get you a nice shot on camera too of these beautifully feminine rose quartz. They're huge. They're 31 by 22 millimeters. They're actually described as slabs. So that's good. I was just saying that because of how heavy they were, but they are actually described as slabs, and it's such an appropriate name because they are so, I'm going to have to say, mahoosive. Over 750 carats of rose quartz, this beautiful feminine tone. Here comes your price this evening, DFGP88 for $7.45. This is a low stock opportunity. If you do want to make these yours this evening, you need to act quickly. We're going to have to leave those ones with you. They're flying out the door. Number 18 is beautiful lapis lazuli drops. Another low stock opportunity. I'm sorry, but that's what we're here to do on the Late Show. Clear out the last of stock and make way for the new and exciting products. But can you get more exciting than royal blue lapis lazuli drops? You can see the flecks of pyrite within these, giving it that opulent feel from the gold sparkles through the gemstone. And because these are faceted, you really can see that golden sparkle. We've got to bring the price in because they're low on stock and we are very, very busy. YOGP79 is the code if you want to add these lapis lazuli drops to your order for just $6.95. They're flying out the door. We're going to have to leave those ones too. Where are we going to? Oh, wow. I have fallen in love with the colour of this strand. This is the best strand of Amazonite I've ever seen on Jewellery Maker. Just my opinion. Some people prefer the more muted tones. Look how vivid this Amazonite is. Look at that. Do you know what this says to me? It says aqua. French for water. Absolutely. You're getting an almost Paraiba tourmaline shade of colour here. Look at that. Such a strength of depth of colour. 150 carats of Amazonite for $14.95. This is a Gems of Distinction strand, and I'm not really surprised because the quality of the Amazonite here is speaking for itself. These are top drilled drops lending themselves to so many designs. You know, feature pendants, perfect for your earrings. A feature strand of Amazonite for $14.95. The code you need is HGRU11. We'll leave those ones with you and we'll move on. Ooh, 22 you say. Huge clear quartz nuggets. That is exactly what it is. Beautiful. Look at these. Do you know what these say to me? Icicles. Perfect for your winter designs. They're so organic. These offer you so much scope within designs. You could wire wrap these and put them into designers' feature beads within your designs. You could incorporate these into bridal tiaras, maybe hair combs. They'd look nice on hair combs. Very dramatic looking, aren't they?
They are. I had some similar, they were a different gemstone, and I actually managed to find 4 that were two larger ones, 2 smaller ones, and actually made dragonfly wings out of them.
Ah.
So, you know, you can think a little bit out of the box with them as well.
The more creativity you can, you know, apply to your design stage, the better. CBGP45, everyone's flying in on the phone lines. 360 hours. Producer, I thought she was going to move on before she showed you the price because they're selling so quickly. $9.95. They are so dramatic. We are going to leave them with you because they've been so popular. Congratulations if you have added those to your order. We'll move on. Zavarite garnet nuggets. Now, I've told the story about Zavarite a couple of times on air, but if you haven't heard it before, they are such a difficult gemstone to get hold of, and they tell their own story. They are found in the Zavo National Park, and they were actually sourced by somebody who was a gem hunter. Like our own faithful leader, Steve Bennett, Campbell R. Bridges, he spent his whole life sourcing gemstones. He lived in a tree house in the Zavo National Park for many years while he was trying to source gemstones, and he managed to find Zavarite garnet. Named after the national park it is sourced in, and we can offer you 60 carats of it here for a ridiculous price. Here it is, CAGH77 for under £10. You don't see Zavarite garnet very often, and you certainly don't see 60 carats of it for $9.95. This is very low in stock now. We're approaching single figure availability. So if you do want to own this evening, tonight is the night to act. We're going to leave that one with you and move on to number 6. And here we've got a findings offer. We've got 10 pairs of sterling silver earrings and butterfly backs. So you've got your posts and your backs. Oh, and they're proper butterfly clamp. Oh, get me a post, will you? Here we go. There's one of your posts. And then you've got these butterfly backs. You've got 10 pairs in total. They are sterling silver, and as we've said a lot this evening, if you are making to sell or you have your own personal commissions, you need to be working with 925 sterling silver, taking your designs to that next level and giving them a high-end finish. PVGP74 is your code this evening. Here comes your price. Just $9.95. That's less than £1 a pair. Again, because these actually, the posts themselves have a little loop on there, there's nothing to stop you potentially making birthstone earrings. That's what I would do. You could dangle each of the birthstones off there if you can source all the birthstones, which I'm sure you can on JewelleryMaker.com, or with any of our bundles this evening. You could actually dangle each of the birthstones off there. It's an easy sell. You could sell 1 pair of birthstone earrings for £10, and the other 9 pairs are profit. Sheer profit. It's always better to use 925 sterling silver when you are going to be offering earrings, because they're not going to tarnish, they're not going to irritate people's skin. And don't forget, when you've got earrings, they are going inside someone's ear. So 925 sterling silver is the way to go when you're dealing with earrings. Okay, we're going to leave that one with you, and we're going to offer you a wire bundle. Now, wire work, I have to say, I'm going to stop messing around with them now, actually. Don't know why I'm doing that. Here we go. Is it heavy enough? Just a block of steel. That's what was adding a bit of weight there, is it? Now, Wire work, one of our most popular disciplines here on Jewellery Maker, probably our most established discipline, what we've sort of branched out into first following establishing ourselves with the beaders. We then moved into wire work, and this incredible bundle offers you everything you could possibly need to take your wire work to the next level. You've got your copper coloured wire, 1.5mm gauge, and you get 1.25mm gauge. Nearly broke the desk.
I know, watch your fingers.
Don't worry, by the way, you're not going to be asked to pay more because we're sending you a huge steel block. Oh no. $2.95 per day on your P&P no matter what. And then you've got your 1.25mm gauge wire in your antique bronze. 10 to that as well. You've also got your chasing hammer and your huge steel block. A little bit heavy, but don't worry about that. So your chasing hammer and your two different gauges, your two different colours of your 1.25mm gauge wire, all in one bundle, and for one incredible price. WVGC24 is the code you need. Now, normally each of these wires would cost you £7.95 each. All of the whole bundle together would cost you So the two wires would usually cost you more than this entire bundle's going to cost you this evening. Don't know what else to say about that other than this could only be the work of the bundler. So it's better than getting your steel block and chasing hammer for free. It's better than that, because the two wires would normally cost you more than $14.95. That is an awesome deal. The code you need is WVGC24, and I'm going to have to leave that one with you because I've only got time to offer you this evening's night owl. Our final shop opportunity of the evening is the most exquisite strand of garnet I have seen on the channel for a long, long time. And when you see the price, you are going to be taken aback. Now, we've just been discussing the idea of incorporating birthstones into your pieces for craft fairs. How about this for the new year? January's birthstone, 100 carats of garnet. These are graduated faceted drops. I'm not actually going to like that because it doesn't look great. There you go. I think I've got you. So there you go. It looks better. I'm just trying to get a little bit of light behind them because in the studio they seem to be getting a little bit washed out. They look quite dark. But when I look down at them, you are getting this really, really deep, almost cranberry colour to them. I can't really. Yeah, so that's slightly better there, in fact, on the recording. You can see the red colour a lot better there than you can with my skin tone behind it, in fact. 100 carats of garnet. They're graduated faceted drops. These are one of our most popular gemstones, actually, garnet on the channel. Always has been. I remember when producer Karen was here, she used to absolutely love it. She had it as her engagement ring, in fact. Always been a popular gemstone. But this is some of the finest quality garnet we've ever sourced here. The code you need tonight is CCRU12 as a night owl, a launch price of $9.95. This is a Gems of Distinction strand here tonight, being offered to you for under £10, 100 carats. And this is exquisite quality. This is the kind of standard I expect to see set into jewellery. For $9.95. CCRU12 is the code you need this evening. Everyone is piling in on the phone lines, and I don't blame you. Congratulations if you've ordered that. You've added that to your order. My apologies. Now, all I've got left is for time for me to say goodbye. So it's goodbye from me. Goodbye from the beautiful Sarah Elvin. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Don't forget to tune in to the morning show.
There are two easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Hello and good morning, welcome to Jewellery Maker. I'm Jenny Cleary. I'll be with you from now until 1 o'clock, joined by the wonderful designer that is Sarah Elving. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
It's lovely to see you today. And